Well, we are back.
Yes, we are. New location, same old faces.
Oh my, yes.
Maybe slightly older faces.
Yeah, slightly older, but that's okay.
That's all right. We got Tiny Poker.
Yes, indeed.
Dude Maestro here.
And Dude Maestro, Mr. Larkin. We are just a few more seconds from kicking things off tonight, but we wanted to say hello. Welcome you guys back to our stream. It's been a long time.
It has.
It has.
Kind of missed it.
Me too. You know, it's always good to be in the booth with you. And I know we're going to have we got a banger.
We have some familiar faces.
Yeah, we do. And we got a banger of a lineup. So, yeah, it's going to be a whopper tonight. Jerry, of course we like Chinese food. Everybody likes Chinese
Welcome
food.
to the chat. Those who are kind enough to join us early and be ready for the start of this. We have a great lineup, and we'll get you introduced to them here in just a moment.
Okay. Looks like we're kicking off. So we'll take you guys to the stream, and we'll watch along with you. And I think there was a little bit of a graphics issue with this bomb pot, just so you know, kicking things off. So
I just basically
we'll see what it does here.
I'm just gonna gamma contrast this dark where we can see the cards. It's gonna be different coloring than others. I was like, I was looking at the last stream and I was like, I mean, it's at least better than when you can actually see the cards rather than
PLO double board bomb pot to kick things off.
This is a 1-2 game, 1-2 hold'em, 300 cap.
That is correct. And I believe they capped these bomb pots at $100, so nobody goes broke here on these.
Exactly. Yeah, you got the $5 ante, and then no more than $100.
Right.
Slot.
Two's good.
And we'll go around to the table as soon as we get a chance to introduce some of these people you can recognize from above with their beards and hats. But we do have Lego in the one seat, and I think that's Derek sitting there in the two.
Yep, Mr. Bill in the fourth seat. Miss T in the 5.
I see card detailing, so I was like, oh, that's definitely.
And the 7 looks like Andre in the 8 and Joe in the 9.
Yep,
At least from what I can tell here.
I believe that's correct.
I might have gotten Andre and Derek switched. I did. Okay, Andre's in the 2.
Okay.
Derek was over in the 8.
I got you.
Both wearing black hats and black shirts from above.
Two's folded. So one you have.
Yeah, we did get word that, like you said, some of these cards were red in the wrong spot. So don't trust these graphics 100% right here. As the players get familiar with the readers and the sensors, not uncommon in a 4-card game.
Correct.
I do know from the camera angle we have of the board, that's, I mean, there's a lot of hands that could really interact with both of those.
That's the truth. Looks like we're missing one on the top here, so.
Oh, yeah.
So at some point they get this corrected.
It looks like Lego's got a straight on one board.
He's wearing the Space City jersey. I just got to mention for him. I know we're in Dallas area here, and a lot of Houston people. I think he said that tonight's the last time that the Astros are wearing those jerseys.
Oh wow!
That's why he was wearing it.
All right, there you go.
I don't know how true that is, but if so, that is my favorite jersey. I think.
Oh, okay, nice,
really sharp looking.
Nice.
Yeah, Joseph's sporting the new Peaks hat there. Baby blue on a brown cap.
Yeah. Even has the ace of diamonds, the 8 of diamonds, the ace of hearts, and the 6 of clubs.
I'll show them what.
Three of spades.
All right, I hope our audio is okay, everybody. Let us know if you feel like that things are not loud enough or too loud or something like that, let us know. We love the split screen here to kind of see what's going on between these two.
Just trying to figure out who's getting this pot. Looks like they're splitting it.
Yep.
I believe I heard a flush on one board, and I'm not sure what the other hand was.
And
That
we'll
looks
get
like it's straight if Derek's hand is showing accurately.
Yeah, I'll see that now.
Straight in a flush.
All right. Well, into the 2 card now. A little more familiar territory for everybody.
Now, I think most of these players are going to be slightly familiar with each other, but not necessarily recently.
Right. That's what I
don't think
believe.
they spent a lot of cash time against each other, but they're all familiar faces from various rooms around town. And
Yeah. I know I've personally played a lot of hours with Mr. Bill in seat 4. So got to play with Joseph in seat 9 a couple weeks ago.
I've played Joseph and Cash a couple times. Lego tournaments quite regularly. Andre, Mr. Bill, and Cash. Ms. T. It's been a while, but
Yeah.
absolutely. I'm less familiar with Ethan and Derek.
Agree.
Their games, but
Agree.
we'll see what happens here.
Mr. Bill has his familiar card protector. We like to call it the make you fold ball. And he just flops the whole world, of course.
Playing him at Choctaw, one of the circuit events, and he had 4 different colors of those things spinning. Some of them spinning clockwise, some counterclockwise, and
Absolutely.
I was like, I can't even think straight. I fold.
I know. That's exactly why he does it. That's exactly why he does it. Now I find it interesting that he raised in that spot. What do you feel about that? I'm not sure that I like that
I
raise.
didn't get the pre-flop action to really pick up the fold.
Well, I think it was a small raise pre-flop, and then Bill flopped a flush, and Derek flopped middle pair, and Derek led, and then Bill raised. And I'm not so sure about that raise on that flop. I think I'd have just called and
It flopped flush.
he flopped
So,
the flush.
yeah. Definitely want to
I think
give
I'd
some
have
rope to
I think
your
so
opponent
too.
there.
Yeah.
They're not exactly super deep here, so
That's true too. Yeah, that's
you
very
don't
true.
necessarily have to. You got to be selective where you pick your raise and where you place it.
That's true.
As far as flop, turn, river, to get your streets of value, to get the money in, which is typically going to be your goal when you flop something like that.
And so then I was like, oh, this is
Now, Andre here with the suited big slick.
Well, he bumps it up to 90. That's a big raise. Looks like everybody folded.
Looks like that took it down real fast. Yeah,
Might be a little thick for that hand.
they're just getting warmed up.
Yeah, I mean, I can see doing it that way, but I think you're never getting called unless you're beat. So I'm not sure that I would have done that, but what do I know? We established long ago that I don't know what I'm doing. So
Keep in mind, Ace King is a very powerful hand pre-flop. It's not always so great after.
well, yeah, exactly. Well, that's true. That's what I'm saying.
All right, Lego going to open up with Jack 8 offsuit on the button. Called by Bill and Joe. Did Joe limp there? He must have limp called there. So C-bet's going to take that on down.
I like taking shots like
Nice little bet there from Lego to take that.
That's always something to watch in these 1-2 games is the frequency of C-bets.
Yeah, for sure.
You'll get some people that will only do it when they've got something, and other people will do it every time. And others, well, they keep it a little more interesting. One of those is a little more difficult to exploit. I'll let you guess which one that is.
Right.
So
All right, here's a nice hand. Suited king queen from the cutoff. It's gonna feel really good. I feel like our action is kind of behind the hands already done. And,
Yeah.
we're seeing the action here. So.
So for those of you that are around here in the Dallas area, you know, Peaks has gone through some trials and tribulations of late, but the new owners, who everybody in town knows, the Fortinis, the Hayden and Kim, and the Coils, Jim and Dory, everybody knows them, and they have the right team. They got the right people now. They've remodeled the room. They're continuing to work on this stream, and the vibe here is really great. Some wonderful players that are showing up regularly now. So come on out, give this place a shot, put it on your list, come check things out again.
I put in a lot of hours here Friday, Saturday, a little bit Sunday as well.
Yeah.
And we had some very vibrant games going and kind of some interesting mixes. Some mixed games, some round of each with Hold'em, PLO, and PLO bomb pots.
That's very true, yeah.
Which is interesting because you get to the PLO bomb pots, you get an orbit of just absolute mayhem, and then you get to calm down for an orbit with Hold'em.
Right.
Then you ease your way back in with PLO, and then back to bomb pot time.
Yeah.
A lot of fun though, and of course there's a full bar here.
Yep, full bar. And they have these amazing. I don't know what the deal is with them, but they have these amazing frozen pizzas, and they have this special little pizza oven. They cook them exactly right. And I don't know what brand they are. I have no idea, but I'm telling you, it's like $10, and they're amazing. It's kind of crazy. So
Yeah,
come out.
at least it provides a food option.
Yeah, yeah.
Instead, I mean, obviously there are snacks, drinks. Of course,
Having
we
a
always
full
have
bar
free
is nice
delivery
too.
here, and
Yeah, having a full bar here is nice too. So yeah, come on out.
very nice atmosphere.
Yeah, that's the big thing to me is the atmosphere is great, and it's just going to get better with time. But certainly, if you like those mixed games too, boy, I'm telling you, there's some great mixed games. They usually run some 6-12 mix. Pretty much runs almost every day, along with the 1-2.
Not usually my scene, but I hopped in there for a couple hours the other day and had a good time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Same with Joe here in the 9th seat. He was like, "Let's learn."
Yeah, and the nice thing about a 6-12 game is it's not so crazy that you can't just sit down with a couple $100 and learn the game.
That's all I did. I bought one rack, $100.
Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. It gives you a
Play
chance
for hours
to
on
play those. Yeah, you can play for hours on that in a 6-12 game. So 'cause all the games are limit games. There's no big bet stuff, so you can get a chance to learn. And the players are so accommodating; they'll help you learn the games a little bit, things like that. So if you're interested in those kind of things, want to learn how to play stud. All the stud variant games, your stud 8 and Raz. So you want to learn the triple draw games.
Yeah, the room as a whole has been very friendly and accommodating.
Yeah.
If someone comes in and they have a request and like, hey, how about a dealer's choice for orbit?
Yeah, absolutely.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
If the table agrees, they've been very quick to say, go for it.
Yeah.
Run it as long as everyone agrees, you know. If you get some really vibrant games that keep everyone interested.
Absolutely.
I'm not a delusional Cowboys fan. I'm not like those.
Well, it's always nice to hear from Dory, and I see Cup is in the chat as well.
What Lego does here.
Sometimes I'm like, listen,
Fires the C bet.
I didn't even experience the glory days, so I just get clowned on.
It's always an interesting one when you have that top pair but kind of middling kicker out of position. There's a lot of ways you can play that one. A lot of people would take more of a check call approach for some pot control there. It's just wondering if you bet and then you get raised.
Right.
You really don't feel great all of a sudden.
Yeah, exactly.
He wants to build the team. He wants to build the roster. You know, ever since because he wanted to do it without Jimmy Johnson.
It looks like it looks like they've kind of established $15 as the open.
Yeah. Which is typical for a Dallas 1-2 game.
Yeah, usually 10 or 15, depending on the group of people.
The opens are always a little bigger here in Dallas, even in a 1-2 game. So I see. I was mentioning the Captain Underpairs is in the chat. Cup was supposed to join us tonight, but is unable to get here. But we wish him well. I know he's recovering from some getting banged up. recently, so we'll wish him well.
Absolutely.
But if you're interested, looks like there is a seat open right now. I know we had a list a little while ago, so I think maybe some of the alternates are on their way.
I
But,
suspect those seats will be filled in no time.
yep. But come on down. There's some other games running. I think there's a 1-2 game running, $300 cap, and I think they're running some dealer's choice with that one too. So
we got our first straddle of the day.
nice. Of course, it would be Mr. Bill.
This is just a standard 2X under the gun straddle, so $4 there.
And let's see if Ethan plays the best hand in poker. He does. He does play
No,
the
he
best.
folds it.
Oh, he did fold. Oh, well.
It was offsuit. That's not the best.
Okay, well, that's true. It was off.
He's spreading those lies, and people are
I
playing
know.
5-3 offsuit these days.
Yeah, well, that's okay. That's fine. That lets me win more. But Mr. Bill's going to play the 5 deuce from the straddle. Just fire at it with the ace on board. Looks like he gets called here and then has to back off.
That makes the gutter look
Yeah,
a lot worse.
oh, and Joe's just going to take advantage of it. That's fantastic. I love it. I love the fact that he just went ahead. He recognized that there's no way that Bill has an ace in that spot, and he just took advantage of it. He can claim to have any pair there.
Yeah, that's one where he's going to take one stab at it, either
Yeah.
turn or river.
Right.
And he decided to go ahead and take it on the turn and maybe dodge a river that pairs something for Bill.
Right, exactly. Well played by Joseph there.
Then you're gonna wind your team about not getting targets. Oh, then you.
I think we saw that on his first stream here. He's definitely not afraid to probe and take some shots.
Right, right.
If he senses no one's got anything.
Yeah, Joe's kind of he's a super nice guy, and he's kind of quiet. So you just wouldn't expect that he's pretty much a crusher at the table here. So
So I'm not. My worry level isn't high yet. We should quote should win big.
Mr. Bill's been watching you too much. I can't believe you didn't comment on that. 3-bet with 5-3 suited.
yep, that's the best hand in poker, folks.
That is a tiny play right
That's
there.
right. I've done it before many times.
If I'm 3-betting you from the blinds, you can almost guarantee I don't have 5-3 suited.
Well, but see that way.
Now, I might have a wide range of other hands.
Yeah, but see that way when you have the kings, queens, and aces, then nobody ever knows whether you have 5-3 or you have pocket aces. So that's why you do that.
Yeah, you know what? You've been Captain Other Person chat. We also got Dory in the chat, and she was part of this lineup originally as well too.
Yep. Yeah, Dory's feeling under the weather as well. So
and it looks like one of those seats.
yeah,
Populated
go.
by Ellis. All right.
Oh yeah,
Welcome to the game.
yeah. Ellis was playing out on the floor a little while ago, and I guess he took one of those alternate spots.
Getting some music. Are you hearing it?
Yeah, I think they do.
I
think it's probably coming from the room.
Just us hearing it from
Yeah,
the room behind
I
us.
think it's coming in from the room. Yeah, I think we got a little bit of that from the room in there.
Mr. Bill's VPIP 63%. That seems right.
Yeah, that's typical. But we only played a few hands here.
No,
So
I know.
not quite a good sample size yet, but
I think when you're 3-betting 5-3,
you're going to have a high
you
VPIP.
might have one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Four to the flush, and welcome to the table, Ellis.
There you go. Bingo, bango. He gets called. Oh, boy. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, Andre, you've picked a bad time.
Oh, he might have picked a good one.
Oh, maybe Ellis might have to fold here. He's only got the
Yeah,
10
he's
high
only got the
flush,
10.
you know. Oh, he's going to have to fold it.
It's
Yep.
out. Yeah.
Okay, look at there now. Andre taking advantage of it.
Yeah, he might have sensed some hesitation to bet there from Ellis. which would indicate not having a king or a queen, really.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's not a king or a queen, you definitely got a shot to fold it out.
Well, look here, Ethan's got the 8 high, and he's wondering,
That's pretty strong, though, when you raise it over 2 people who put money in on a 4 flush board.
Oh, he's going to call.
Ah,
Oh, my goodness. That's amazing.
well,
Oh, Ellis left the table, so he doesn't see that his hand would have been the winner.
Yeah.
He left the table. He
that's
didn't see
a
it.
different kind of welcome to the table.
Yeah.
Wow.
Supposed to win that first hand and got bluffed out of it instead.
You got like a 9 or 10, right?
He can't call there, though, with someone behind him.
No, you can't.
You
You're
bet.
right.
There's a call. There's a raise.
No, that's what,
You
that's
can't
exactly
call with
what
the
I
10.
told myself. I said he's representing like a previous last year. But then I was like, maybe he took a shot. Because I look pretty weird when I call your 25. And so then I was like, I just
Yeah.
oh yeah. I mean,
Good play all around there.
you gave me a great pride. So that's
Well, for
And,
those of you just joining us, we sure do appreciate you checking us out tonight. It's Dude Maestro and Tiny in the booth here. It's always fun to get us back together. It's been a long time, and we're looking forward to doing this a little more regular here. Trying to get the band back together.
Absolutely. And looks like we added Billy to the table.
Oh, good. Yeah, so Billy's always fun at
That's
the
another
table.
familiar face.
Yeah.
You look like a good player, so that's why I called.
All right. The ladies are well represented here. A couple of regulars here in the Dallas area. Billy and Miss C. You'll see these ladies playing all over the place.
I'd have something on that flop.
Yeah.
I see Andre in his split screen view, and then go back to it. His hat, Brave New Wall.
Yes.
That is his company, and they did the mural out here.
Oh, nice. Oh, yes.
The
That
big
gorgeous mural.
here at Peaks.
Yeah. Yeah. If you haven't seen it yet, please, go to the Peaks Facebook page.
Yeah,
And
it's super nice. I think it took like 10 hours to paint,
yeah,
something like that.
forever. Yeah.
It's a machine that just slowly moved across the wall, and
Printed this gorgeous mural. It's basically a high-end dot matrix printer. Basically, what it is. Or inkjet printer.
yeah, poker chips,
Yeah.
glass of bourbon,
Yeah.
and everything on the wall. And the
Yeah,
logo looks very nice. And
It's not offensive to remind me.
yeah, very, very nice.
I always remind my little sister.
They did good work, and poker player,
Thank you.
local community. So you gotta love it.
Yes. Because I know that's probably so weird, but I genuinely forget, and I always tip. So if I know,
How's the balance of commentary volume and table volume for everyone out there? If you wouldn't mind letting us know in the chat.
Yeah, let us know in the
you
chat.
keep me in check here, so I'm always.
It's hard to tell on this end older.
Oh, is it only 4? Is it fixed 4? Unless you want the.
So I've got another straddled pot. Andre going to open it up. Interesting, straddled pot, but still elected to go with the $15 open. So not adjusting for the straddle.
Yeah.
I think
Oh, look
typically
at that.
people bump that up to at least 20
Yeah, I would think so.
in a 1-2 game.
And nobody has a pair here. This might be a whoever wants it the most hand.
Well, and Andre's the one who can best represent. So
Yep. He's going to bet there.
that's take care of it.
Yeah, more than enough. Yeah, well done.
That is the power of being the aggressor and not always limping and calling.
That's right.
And those pots where just no one has anything, you're the one who can credibly say, I've got something.
Absolutely. Putting the pressure on the other players. And, of course, sometimes you do that and you're wrong.
But you find that out.
And, we've all made those mistakes too. So,
But this is a 1-2 stream, so we're not going to get into the crazy analysis here. We're gonna
Absolutely.
keep it on the level of so those things. Maybe we get 2 or 3 pots through the night that get intricate enough that we might examine some betting lines on flop, turn, river.
Right.
But right here, just analyzing raise sizes, when they choose to continue, when not,
Yeah. Just the basics.
when they probe. It's going to provide plenty of value for a lot of people, I think.
I mean, Dude, they're going
I wish I could buy one drinking beer.
The Lego opening once again 15 with the pocket nines.
Yeah, Bill being a little speculative here with the 9-6 suited. But with multi-way here, you never know. Lego certainly looking good at it here.
Andre's ace 10 offsuit can kind of be a dangerous call in that position.
Right.
You can be against a number of better aces, and not having the suit doesn't give you a whole lot of flexibility post flop.
Derek 3-betting here, making life very difficult for all those middling pairs and other hands. I think this is a nice squeeze play out of the big blind.
It's an interesting hand to do it with too. It's having the king in there really helps reduce some combos for strong hands that are out there.
Yep.
However, it's a somewhat vulnerable one, so it benefits from having folding out hands right here and now. And being suited does have some post flop playability. So
it's not a bad
very
squeeze.
reasonable choice.
Given the circumstances, I think it's a very reasonable squeeze. Nobody else showed that much interest in it, so I think he'll get everybody to fold.
It's not good.
Lego laid down his nines.
Yep.
Wow.
I think you have to.
No.
Second best stream for water. I agree with
Too
That's awful.
strong.
That was an awful
Still
big
only
three.
3-bet, and he's in position post flop.
Yeah, but that's an awful big 3-bet there.
With position. Yeah.
I think if you had 10s, yeah. I think 9s is right on the line. But that's me. And like I said a minute ago, we've established that I don't know what I'm doing. So. And we've been joined by one of the other old poker jokers, Poker Monkey, and one of the new owners here at Peak. Hayden Fortini's in our chat. Nice to have you guys.
Yep, he's in chat. Hit him up with questions, people.
Yep.
Whatever you want to know about Peak.
How's our table volume versus commentary volume? Let us know in the chat.
One thing I will say, playing here is the vibe you see here in the stream, talking, laughing, smiling.
Yep.
That's the same vibe you get out on the floor.
Absolutely.
These tables are not filled up with 7 hoodies and sunglasses.
That's right. That's right.
Quite the opposite.
Yeah, quite the opposite. Even when the they had a big PLO game running today, and they were just over there having a good time. And I mean, they had thousands of dollars on the table, and they were just laughing and whooping it up over there.
Yeah, even the quote unquote serious players are having a good time.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a good spot to come and hang out.
Definitely lives up to the social part of the name.
Absolutely. Yeah, they've also, just so you know, I know the team here has gotten a handful of new dealers. Some of them will be familiar to you, as well as some that you may not know, but there are some really fine dealers here now, and especially because they're spreading so much mixed games, so these folks really know what they're doing. So they got some great dealers. I saw Bob here this evening, and many of you will know, as I like to call him, Dr. Bob, one of the longtime dealers here in the Dallas area, and nice to see him over
here. Yeah, a few
here.
dealers here that I've gotten to know at various venues around town or across the country.
That's right. That's exactly right.
All right, Ms. T calling with her suited ace. Billy opened with ace 5 offsuit in the +1. I do like that with the suited variety. It's it might be a stream hand with the offsuit, just getting in there with an ace.
Sure.
And
I like the 7-8. I think it's worth the effort.
That's the 8-7.
In the hijack.
Yeah, 8-7 suited.
He's in position.
I think I'd prefer to have that really from the cutoff or button, maybe more as a squeeze, get it heads up
Yeah, I think
in
so.
position with something like a suited connector there, but perfectly viable hand.
Sure.
Can be a great one at times. Connects in a lot of ways.
You got your one.
Oh, I got my one.
There's not going to be anything subtle here. Misty has that flush draw, and she's not afraid to play it. And Billy smartly folds. Not a whole lot for Billy to work with there.
No, unfortunately
And
not.
over, no backdoor draws. So that's one of the catches too of not having a suited hand.
Right.
Whereas if that was ace five of diamonds, then she has backdoor potential for wheel draws, flush draws,
Right. Exactly.
overcard. There's so
If
much
you-
more.
yeah, if you're
By
gonna play
playing the
those
offsuit
hands,
early
yeah.
position,
That's why playing it
Cut
suited
some of
is
that
so
out.
important. Right. Exactly. Yeah, playing that suited is much more important in that spot.
yeah, I think a lot of people look at the actual equity is only a very tiny percentage better,
Right.
but the playability and the decisions you can make on the flop and the turn,
Absolutely.
that's where the power of the suit comes in.
Exactly. Yeah, percentage wise, it's only a couple of points difference, but that after the flop play is completely different when they're suited.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Still waiting to see Ellis's cards. He has
The
called.
reader was having trouble picking them up there. Looks like
and
Mr.
Ethan
Bill's
bumped it
open.
up to 60. It looks like with
Yeah, with aces. Oh boy.
perfect size.
Yep. Mr. Bill might call here. Yeah, he did.
With an open and a call, the 4Xs. Very nice there.
Yeah, I like a 4X open.
Please no, I'm not more friendly.
I played a lot of cards with Mr. Bill and spent a lot of time with him. He's one of my closest friends. And
That is not your favorite flop with either of these
but
hands.
that's not a favorite flop, no. But he's always fun. Always fun.
Hey, I saw the hand tap. I saw the hand tap.
I can tell some great stories about Mr. Bill, but I won't.
No,
If he was in the room with us, I would.
there's a few people here we can probably tell some stories about. No, we won't.
Yeah.
I can tell stories about
Oh, I'm sure. Absolutely.
If you had the black
But that's the beauty of the atmosphere.
Somewhere in that range.
Oh.
Got a 4.
Run good by not running good.
Yeah, some people take down a pot like that with pocket aces there, just right on the flop with the bet and the fold, and they kind of get upset they didn't get more money out of it. But on a board that was that connected,
That was way
Well,
connected board. That was
you're happy to just
super wet. Yeah, way wet board. You want to go
take
ahead.
down, be done.
Yeah, you want to go ahead and be betting that board pretty much 100% of the time.
You watched,
And there might be some situations where you wouldn't, but I think that's almost always a bet.
Oh, you are maps. Man, that was a fun.
The straddle got entered as a raise here. But, so the 3-bet to 18 is actually just an original open here by Ellis. So he did adjust for the straddle by going to 18 here.
There you go.
And
Just like
you know, I'm a kid.
Called by some very playable hands. We have a lot of potential here depending on the flop.
Yeah, this flop could be a whopper. Well, maybe
That's a
not.
pretty dry flop.
It's a pretty dry flop, but
I think you guys got the best of it right now.
Ellis is going to try to take advantage of this flop a little bit, but he's going to get some bad news from Lego.
Nothing wrong with that. Ellis was the pre-flop
Yeah, I was
aggressor.
going to say exactly. He was the pre-flop aggressor, so I don't have any problem with
He
it.
can absolutely represent.
That's like your out of all sports, you're like the diehard.
I think I was going to raise it right here, and if he gets called or any kind of pushback, then he's going to have to start to entertain the possibility of being against ace king.
Right. Exactly.
But
Yeah, that's what we're
probably going to
saying.
get the fold right away here.
Yeah, Ellis got some bad news there. He's going to have to fold. He knows he does. He knows he's up against this exact kind of hand.
That was awesome. I mean, but that's as a master. I mean, that's
The thing about a dry board like that is there's so few draws that are raising you, and
Yeah.
if you remove draws, then what do you have left? You have good hands.
Yeah.
You got
Not
value.
many people are going to raise a 5-6 right there. So, and that's really about the only draw that was available.
Yeah. I don't know.
Over there or whatever. He's got the coolest shirts.
I have all the special jerseys and signs that
It's really cool.
What's funny is I love jerseys, and I normally I wear them when I play poker, but you never know if you're gonna get hot in certain places and
I like this shirt tonight.
and
That's an
whatnot.
awesome shirt.
Yeah,
Awesome.
and I mean, when people, because I had some friends who were like trying to clown me like for the match I ended up losing. I said, are you kidding me? We made it. I said, that team's supposed to beat us 9 out of 10 times. That Boston Celtics roster is one of the best rosters
So awesome.
in history of basketball. I'm a fanatic of, like, I watched all, like, my dad raised me right. I
That's
watched,
an interesting call by Joe there.
The 70s, the 80s, the 90s.
A little speculative.
That was the open. Yeah. King 8 offsuit.
Yeah.
No hijack.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. He did open.
And we just got better in the offseason.
Extreme hand a little wider than you're playing when you're doing your
Sure.
the games, but you're always trying to get that V pip up a little bit. You know?
Right. And of course, he just flops the king. And
Every match.
of course, Ellis flops this 5 here. He may stick around. I think he's probably going to peel one here.
To the Warriors, I was really sad.
Although Joe made a pretty healthy bet there.
I was like, we did exactly what we did.
Me too.
We
I
did
think,
so
He
much.
bet basically pot. Oh, and Ellis.
Ooh. And snap.
I'm so happy.
Oh, Ellis didn't have any more behind. So he just,
Yeah, that's right. He didn't have much left, did he? So, yeah, he only had $83, so I don't blame him.
Well, last year, if you're a
so he just went for it, hence the snap call.
Yeah.
I mean, the Rangers.
Had there been deeper stacks, leading out there with King 8 can actually be pretty shaky. You've got a pretty strong hand, but
right. You're going to be a little scared if
a lot of kicker problems, and you can very easily value on yourself. Actually picks up equity here. Picks up a gutter to go with his top pair.
Yeah, he puts the last. He held on to a couple of dollars there. So
looks like they're running it more than once.
I had, yeah, and I had some suits when they went to playoffs.
And we did not see the other card, but it's looking like Joe scooped it.
yeah.
So when the Mavericks.
Yeah, I was going to say a half pot size seemed a little large for the top pair with the weak kicker.
Yeah, I thought so too.
However, this particular dynamic, he was going against player where that was basically half his stack.
Right.
He knew he was basically getting all of it or none of it. And you guarantee the run out.
Right.
Well, I still might have my rally cap on upside down. I would cry. I would
Cardinals. My uncle played for the Cardinals.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, years ago. His name is it's Nelson. His name's John Nelson. He actually has a ring. He won a ring. He was pulled up. I can't remember. He was pulled up, like he played AAA, and then he was pulled up, for them and everything. And so he has a ring and everything. He has baseball cards, which is really cool.
That's cool.
And everything. And so
He's right on the dot. So
Right.
there's something wrong.
Bill is back in for another 200, it looks
I'm
like.
actually a Cardinals fan too, so I'm not a baseball guy, and so I'm like one of those guys who I'm weird. I don't like calling myself a fan if I don't actually like watch, but if I were to be somebody who watch, so
I grew up 3 hours from one of these.
that's cool.
All right, action tracker looked like it was catching up there for a bit. I would expect Billy to 3-bet here with the 10s versus
I would hope so.
+1 open.
Yeah, looks like she did.
Looks like she min-clicked it back though.
Oh yeah, she did. Wow. Sometimes the main click can be one of those situations where you go, oh no, they just min click me. What
Well,
now?
And sometimes just the fact that you raised it is enough in some games, and that min click can work that way. You're risking minimal. However, with 10s, I think you benefit from a bit of fold equity.
Right.
And I'm not sure that 10s are the hand I would elect to min click. I think I
Yeah, I agree with you there.
would stick with a pretty standard sizing there.
Yeah, I think I would have bumped it to 45, maybe even 50.
Yeah, 45 on the button I think would be fine. Yeah.
Now she just fires at it and they'll take it here. Ellis.
There's just so many flops, so that would have looked a lot scarier than
Yeah,
this one.
right. Yeah, she got a little fortunate there that we didn't see a ace or a king roll off on that flop.
He's gonna play great, even against not a great team. His stat line was not great. 50-29 with 200. That's not good.
Yeah,
That is
I've never seen him play.
no, when I walked
I
in, he
agree.
goes, I do.
Don't know the fuck they're doing.
They go in the bucket, you're buying him right there.
I just got stuff like.
Like,
Agreed.
I think he's a perfect spot. He lets you back up.
Edge ready for
And you get to
I heard
learn
he
really good.
I
I
have
think
because
experience
he's
does
behind
take
the
so
break.
much. Probably yours are gonna go with the lead.
Oh, yeah, 100%. 100%.
And so to me, I'm like, this is a great opportunity to get into some games and everything, but I was saying in defense of you. I don't want people to be like, oh man, he's
Yeah.
over great. I'm like, no, he's young. You gotta give him.
Oh, Lego
I want 100%.
jumping in here with a little suited connector.
Yeah.
A little ambitious.
Little stream spiciness.
Yeah, buddy. And Mr. Bill decides not to play the Robbie. Probably considering there was a 3-bet, I think that's
Probably a good
probably a good
idea.
decision. Looks like Lego's going to jump in here after all.
Yeah, with Lego in there and a 3-bet from Andre, it's probably not the time to mix that up one.
Right. Lego hoping to get a little something here going. And he does. Well, there you go. I think he could maybe take advantage of this flop here if he wanted to.
That's actually
It looks like he checks. Yeah, Andre's going to fire it. I think you can peel one here if you're
oh no, you
Lego.
you don't open 4-3 and call the 3-bet
Right.
to fold on this flop.
Exactly. I wouldn't think so anyway.
If you are, then the pre-flop play is just a complete
Oh,
disaster.
man,
No, this is great.
That's an ugly card for Derek.
For Andre.
He doesn't know it. I'm sorry, for Andre. Yeah, he doesn't know it yet, but he's about to get some bad news.
He suspects, but it's like
I know a lot.
You turn top pair with a decent kicker.
he's thinking, I don't want to see a 4th diamond, but
Well, and you can't be afraid of monsters under the bed here if you're Andre. So I like the bet.
a lot of the diamond hands that open and then call your 3-bet have an ace in them, and with the ace on the board, you're removing a ton of flush combinations
Absolutely.
from Lingo's range.
Yep. But now he's got to have a little bit of
I guess
concern now.
who's call it there, and there you go.
I mean, I never thought he was that great.
If you're Lego, do you try to pile money in here? Yeah, I think so.
You got to pick a good amount. I think if you check, it's too likely to get checked behind.
I agree. I think he looks like he bet about half pot. Yeah, he did. He bet about just under half pot. So I think that's exactly the bet I would have
that's
done.
the size where Andre's going to go.
What is going on?
Yeah, he's going to have a hunch that he's probably behind here, but he's going to feel very compelled to call.
Yeah, I would think
He's,
so.
he's working through it now. And the other hands that do this, yeah, you eliminate a lot of flush combos, but not all of them. There are some 2-pair,
Yeah.
ace king, ace 5, as well as some sets, right? Eights.
Yeah. I like him.
Yeah, we can hear his
in
heartbeat.
particular. So that there's a number of other hands that could have him in trouble here. And that lone ace just doesn't feel super strong at this point. I don't think he's too worried about the straight coming in. Very unlikely he gets there.
Yeah, and I think the Lego's check there on the turn actually was keeping him from going, what is going on? Yeah, I think that check on the turn.
See, I know I'm behind. I'm
Yeah.
calling.
Yeah.
Yep.
Lego's check on the turn got him paid. Nice hand there, Lego. Very, very nice.
But if you're going to pick a hand to mix it up,
Right.
flop it great.
Yeah. If you're gonna call a 3-bet, you better every now and then when it hits though. It's fantastic.
You ever try to get spicy with your 5-3 and the board comes like ace, queen?
Oh yeah, and of course, knowing me, I'm dumb enough to just keep firing at it. Somebody's got an ace, and I'm just firing away at it, thinking I'm gonna get somebody to fold. And
Here's some tables from
Yeah,
the floor.
we can hear the floor out there. Somebody's having a good time out there.
Yeah, they're.
Joe with the pocket fours, first act. It's kind of in it. This is one of those weird hands. These small pocket pairs, early position.
And the old Rampage hand.
I mean, you can make justifications for just about every play.
I think so. I think it's almost always at least do something. At least come into the pot.
I mean, by the book, it's a fold.
But
The
I
force
like.
just isn't enough here with this many people behind you, but you'll see a lot of limp call lines taken with those in these stakes, and some people just open any pair for the raise and go with it from there.
You know, now that Andre's raised it up, though, I think you can. Well, Billy made the call with fives. So,
all the more reason to probably get away from it.
Yeah, I think you got to just get away from it here. Yeah, he
And he
does. Yeah,
You're not deep enough to go set mining with fours
right.
In this game right now.
Bingo, bingo. Yeah, I think Billy's just going to fold here. Oh, she's going to get spicy with it.
Really spicy with it. I mean, it was a $50 bet pre-flop. So there was only like 4x left behind.
Well, and
Set money price, but clearly she's not going for the set money approach, right?
Yeah, she's now she's got an open ender now,
And she's got a real hand.
Yeah, she's got a significant more equity here. Andre's got a wonder now. Okay, she's 3-bet, and now she called my bet, and
She
now
might have
she's
been trying to-
jamming. Yeah, and so now he's looking at him. He needs, oh man, does she have ace king here? You know, I mean, that's exactly what he's thinking. With her raise, you know, basically just fire at it. He's got to be thinking, I cannot be good. How can I be good with ace queen?
I also think there's 2 flush draws out there, though. There's an awful lot drawing.
That's true, but she's shown so much aggression here. She's putting him really into the blender here. This is a
So
nice
throw out
play.
my comment about set mining because she clearly didn't come to set mine.
No,
She planned to
she's playing
make an
to
aggressive post flop as well.
absolutely. Yeah, she's definitely putting into the blender here, but he's getting a great price. So
Let's see if he makes this call. If he lays it down, he's going to hate watching it back and seeing that he called when he was behind and folded when he was ahead. But, that is the nature of poker sometimes.
well, and unfortunately, a whole lot of her outs are dead. You know, she only has a handful of outs really. So many of them are gone.
Yeah, real game
You
week.
only got 4 outs, as you can see. The other 6 or 7 are gone.
Not sure why we're split screen looking at the same person right here.
Yeah.
We should have one camera angled on Billy here.
Yep.
Showing to get a read.
Do you like driving range or do you actually like playing cards?
No.
Well, I think Billy knew what he had. I think she knew he had ace queen or ace jack.
Interesting that he flipped that over though and didn't seem to look over for very many visual cues.
Yeah, I'm always looking at somebody if I do that.
He might have just been listening for something verbally or in the breathing.
Very true.
I mean, otherwise, why flip it over?
Yeah. Hi, Eddie. Welcome to the stream. Glad you could join us. Got a few dozen of you between the Facebook and YouTube
There it
watching.
goes.
And
He's really glad to see what he sees.
wow. She needs a little bit of help here.
And you see a number of those outs are gone, it looks like.
Yep, that's what we were just saying there. Most of her outs are gone. So, yep, there's one.
That was close.
There you go.
All right.
Nice call there by Andre. Very nice call.
Sure, that feels good after the prior hand to get the flag out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Every time I'm like talking, I'm like, oh, this guy's in the big hand. This guy's in the big hand every time.
That That was the worst one though. That's
I mean, yeah. You're like, I can't.
I imagine Billy's getting
One
more
of these times
tips.
I gotta be good.
I would
right?
suspect so.
You're like, am I just running into it right now? Oh.
Oh, yeah.
You did drop him out low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did do that.
Is that your company? Is that your company?
Yeah.
What is it?
You know that mural on the wall?
Oh.
Yeah,
Wow.
that sheet. Oh, cool.
Oh, like a print. Y'all do the printing stuff.
Yeah.
I've seen that stuff.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
I've been seeing it like it's a kind of. I like watching like people like entrepreneurs
Yeah.
stuff, and they're saying it's a really good thing, like an investment to
Yeah,
get into, and it kind of takes you get some clientele and everything.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
I
If you
think
enjoy it.
when you came to print it,
Yeah.
you're like, hey, and I'm like, I don't know.
Oh,
the
right.
face. I don't know the face. I know the name.
Right.
We conversed.
Yeah.
online,
Online.
But I don't know the face.
Right.
So I was like,
Yeah.
okay. And when you were spelling it out for him, I was like,
So everyone at the table figuring out that Andre is the man behind the mural.
Yes.
Did you help start it or?
Yeah. Me and my cousin.
Y'all on
So-
it? That's awesome.
Yeah, Joe's going to put him in a little bit of a tough spot here.
To your full-time realm coach. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
what is
Well, I don't think Joe's gonna be able to push him off
No,
here.
he's not getting him out of it now. I think that was.
We were here.
He's actually got a pretty solid hand for doing it, but
Do you have?
well, he'd rather not have a club there. But
Oh yeah, and Joe's like, oh no,
hoping to fold out any ace highs.
right?
Tiny pairs, but when you run into 7,
Yeah.
I just know a lot of people,
Yeah.
and I feel like I know a lot of people who are interested in that.
Illustrated show is 7 there.
and Joe was the one in the blind, so he thought I can represent the 7 all the way.
Exactly.
Little did he realize the cutoff had the 7-3 suited.
We've all done it.
Check your charts, boys and girls.
We've all done it.
We opened the company in January, but we didn't really start trading until like March.
That's cool.
That's really awesome.
Yesterday, they were trying to figure out how to get it all smooth because the windows were.
Yeah, she had
And I said, well, you just, instead of doing it all at once, do it in sections.
Yeah.
Bill's still got his VPIP up there above 40%.
So in terms of height, they're 2 feet without.
7 has its cards right on the center, but I don't know how.
Not surprised to see the pre-flop raise percentages go to Lego and Andre so far, and Bill and Derek right there with them,
Yeah,
all at 26%.
Yeah.
I think that.
Yeah, I saw this.
Yeah.
So we could just do it.
Titanium hands.
All right, Ethan with Big Slick on the button. What more can you ask for?
Sure, why not? I guess we just have like.
I think we're a little behind there because flop's already out. And Joe,
I think Ethan's gonna go ahead and peel one off here. But Joe's got that nice flush draw. Oh boy, there you go.
King is there now, but it's not a lot.
Yep, and Joe is not gonna fold here.
Nope.
No, he's not. Yep.
Joe's thinking I can catch a king or a heart,
Yeah.
not realizing Ethan's already there on that one.
Right. Hey, Ethan's got to be wondering, what does he have? 2 pair? You know, looks like Ethan bumped it up here. Yeah, he did. And well, Joe's just going to flat here. I think that's okay. You're already in here. You got to peel it. And, of course, he gets a complete blank on the river here. I think he's going to have to shut it down now. Yeah, he does.
He's ahead of most other missed draws, so if it gets checked through, he thinks his ace high could sometimes be good.
Yeah.
No reason to go for it. And Ethan really removes any decision from the process.
Right.
I got it.
And you know what? He's being tapped out.
I know.
He wasn't here for part of that.
Oh yeah, he needs to know the rules now. It's $100.
All right, so if you're joining us tonight, hey, type in the chat where you're joining us from. We'd love to know where everybody's checking us out from. So hit us up in the chat. Let us know where are you watching from today? In the Dallas area? If you are, then we're specifically in the Dallas area. If you're out of the Dallas area, then let us know where you're checking things out from. Hit that chat. We got several dozen of you watching, so I want to see some of those names pop up there.
When he just knocked, I was like,
Right.
no need to knock it with the nuts there. So.
Floating light.
At the 1-2 I normally play, I mean, you'd understand if you come play the 4, you'd understand.
That's what.
Hey, Jacob, thanks for checking us out. Yeah, it's good to be back. Chris and I have missed doing this together, so we're really enjoying being back in the booth together. New place, lots of great people here. We're really enjoying what's happening here at Peaks.
Really an understatement. The vibe is excellent.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, that was one of the things that Chris and I both loved about Poker House. The original Poker House was it had such a great vibe, and the new owners here at Peaks have rekindled that same kind of feel with this place. So we're excited to be able to bring these games to you and bring you a low stakes game, one that everybody plays, one everybody can relate to, and still have a lot of fun with it.
Absolutely. Might be one of the only places I ever walk into and just go, okay, what game is going?
Yeah, exactly.
I'll hop in that one.
I'll hop in that one. That's right. Well, let's see here. Who all has something here? Nice, Jacob. Glad you could join us here tonight. Eric checking in from East Dallas. Mike from Las Vegas. Awesome. Love it.
All right, Las Vegas here.
I got a handful of friends out there in Las Vegas.
Yeah, I imagine we both do. And you've
Yeah.
got friends probably all over the place.
All over the
You
place.
travel
but-
quite a bit.
Yeah, but let's see what's going on here in this wild PLO double board bomb pot hand. Looks like Billy's way ahead. She's got 2 pair in Broadway. I don't think anybody's gonna come close to catching her here. Andre's got 2 pairs.
Andre's got
He folded his 2 pair,
okay.
and I think they capped it here. Yeah, we capped these PLO bomb pots at $100, so nobody goes broke.
Oh, the board paired on that one. Ooh.
Ooh.
Tricky run out. I mean, a queen jack takes it all in that Broadway on the turn. Just got nowhere.
Yeah.
Spade flush missed. Diamond flush missed.
Yeah, Billy's going to get all of it.
And Billy had the spade flush work.
Oh, she made a straight.
With,
No, she had a
with her
straight.
straight,
too.
she had the flush
Yeah.
one as well.
Yeah. Wow, yeah,
But
nice.
she didn't like that queen pairing.
Right. Oh, yeah. She made the whole world. Had 2 pair and made the straight too. So nice.
Will and Broadway.
Well done by her. There you go. We'll try out the new buttons on the audio console here.
I was really he only had one. I knew he only had one. You're supposed to recognize this. 6, 7, 8.
So a bunch of you that are watching and checking things out, I sure do appreciate you joining us. Like I said a minute ago, let us know where you're checking in from. Always fun. Just put it in the chat. We give you a shout out.
Right.
She got all her money back. And some.
Interesting 3-bet. The pin clicked to 28. I've seen people open for 28 in Dallas. So that is definitely not going to push anyone out who was going to call anyway. They're just going to be a little more careful on the flop.
And nobody's going to like that flop, though. The ace out there. Everybody's going, oh, somebody's got an ace.
You would think so with that action, right?
Yeah, you would think, yeah. Everybody just checks it around.
3-bet, call.
Yeah, Derek may take advantage of this situation
Hey,
here. I
he's
think
got
I would.
position and has seen passivity on the flop and turn.
And he does have the best hand, so there you go. Well done, Derek.
Ellis could have taken a very credible stab there on the turn.
I think so, too.
Once it checks through on the flop like that, this is not for 100% of players, but for a lot of players aren't checking back that ace
Right.
in position. Those that do, they get paid frequently in these spots. But if you're not sure, once it's checked through on that flop and it gets to you again on the turn, and he's the only guy left behind you, and you're pretty sure he doesn't have that top pair, that's a great spot to take a stab.
I agree.
But once again, with the caveat, know the player.
Right. Yeah, better know the folks you're playing against.
Because I will mix it up there.
Nice.
You make that assumption that it may cost you.
More from Las Vegas in the chat with us.
Nepal. Whoa, we got a hello from
there
Nepal.
you go. Well,
That's a little further.
that's a little bit of a trip over there.
Wow, what time is it there?
I don't have any idea.
Probably the same time, but with an AM, huh?
Seems about right. Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, you are right. Yes. I wasn't sure. Yeah. You are right.
Well, we're picking up a lot of viewers here, and we appreciate it. Absolutely. I mean, we're just getting the stream going, working through the setup for the booth here, and getting the lighting and the cameras, and people trained on action trackers, and it'll only get better.
I believe that's correct.
But got the right people working it.
Yeah, for sure.
And,
the new ownership here, and they just took over about 3 weeks ago, so they are working really hard to make this place a really great place and make it a premier spot in the Dallas area.
And to this point, I don't think they've had any trouble pulling together lineups either for these streams.
No, not at all.
People are definitely willing to come out here, give it a go, and check it out. And a lot of them make return visits.
Yep, for sure.
Joe with pocket tens, facing a board that's not going to make him very comfortable. Billy with top two, and that hand is over. $6:55 a.m. in Nepal. Yeah, it's not too far off.
Yeah, there you go. Hi, Paul. See you in the chat there. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, they got the music cranked up out there in the room, it sounds like.
We got Ms. T at the bottom of the aggression frequency stats here. Kind of taking it easy, easing into it today a little bit.
Well, and she hasn't had a whole lot of cards to play.
She hasn't had a whole lot to work
Yeah.
with. 9-3 offsuit, prime example right there.
Yeah. I expect a little raise here from Lego. Yeah, especially on the button.
She's got a group of players to her right. She has to be wary of there.
Well, Bill's definitely going to come in here. He's probably going to 3-bet this. Yep.
That's the other thing. When you have a lot of the aggressive players to your immediate right, sometimes you just don't get the opportunities.
That's very true. Ellis going to jump in here. I'm sure Lego's calling. Yep.
Yeah, suited variety. He should definitely call this
Yeah,
on the button.
absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, Bill's always going to raise king queen from the big blind. He'll 3-bet that all the time. And just bangs it out. There you go. Now, if you're Mr. Bill here, I think a check here is probably okay, but that's fine too.
Yeah, out of position 3 ways, a check is going to be good a lot of times. Lego has all his options in front of him.
Oh wow, Lego's just going to ship it with his flush draw, and
I think Lego raised it and then Bill shipped it.
Oh, is that what happened?
Oh, it looks like it was pretty close anyway.
Yeah,
I think it should have raised to 200 and Bill shipping 228. So
Okay,
it was pretty much there.
I got you.
The intent was there, and
He got there too.
bingo, bingo. Flush draw is good.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't, the ace got there.
Yep. Tough spot there for Bill. He's nothing he can do. Well played by Lego there to go ahead and just.
Yeah, but that's one of those. You check that. Lego may or may not bet the flop. I'm guessing he probably bets it, but
you can bet,
a player in position may or may not bet it, and then you can call.
Right.
You maybe see that spade, and
Right.
maybe don't lose your stat.
Right. Exactly. Because I don't think
Especially with
Lego.
the ace then hitting on the turn or on the river. Then
Right.
now you're like, okay, flushes, ace,
Exactly.
all kinds of hands.
Yeah. And the thing is that Lego's not going to go all in on the flop there with no bet.
But I don't know about that.
Well, I would think it'd be unlikely that he just jams.
No, he's not going to open jam it.
He's not going to open jam there, and so checking that from Bill.
I think a bet was very likely, but
Yeah, and Bill can call.
then Bill has a lot of options,
Right.
Because a check raise is going to create a very different dynamic,
Right.
where he can call and see the spade hit.
Yep. I think a check call would have been fine too. But I don't disagree with the way Bill played it at all. I mean, because you flop top pair in that spot, and you bet and you get raised. I think you just got to go with it.
Yeah, those particular hands in that configuration are going to give you all kinds of options.
Yeah.
There are a lot of viable lines to take there and ways to navigate that. That one just did not work out.
Right. Exactly. It did not.
But, you really can't adjust your strategy based on results purely.
Right.
You just don't get enough volume live to really get a feel for that. You put in the time away from the table or online or
Right. Exactly.
things like that to figure it out, and then the best you can do is implement it. I do not know if y'all still hear us or not. It looks like our video feed just stopped.
Well,
Let us know if you're still hearing us.
You guys still with us here? Okay. We are on a 15-minute delay, but we've lost our video. Okay. They hear us. We just lost the video. All right. Yeah, we're working on it.
Yeah, I can hear you. Let me try some stuff.
All right, hang tight, everybody. Our technical team is working on figuring out why we lost our video. I'll try to entertain you as best I can, but I make no promises. Yeah, we're working on it. Sorry about that, guys. Something died. We'll get there. Yeah, just give us just a minute here, guys. Sometimes weird things happen. Tell us a joke, Dory says. Let's see. All right, here you go. How do you get 4 elephants in a Mini Cooper? How do you get 4 elephants in a Mini Cooper? Anybody guess? Okay. Well, you put 2 in the front and 2 in the back, of course. Right? There you go. Dad jokes. Hey, there we go. All right, here's part 2 of the joke, just so you know. How do you know when there are 8 elephants at the church? How do you know when there are 8 elephants at the church? Well, there's too many Coopers parked out front, of course. There you go. Dad jokes. All right, let's get back to it now. Sorry for the delay there, folks. A little hiccup with things. Thanks for hanging around there. And I hope those 8 left will come back. Handful of folks left, but we're all back and running here. Thanks for sticking with us. Me and my terrible dad jokes. So thanks for joining us. All right, we're catching up with things here, so looks like the ace 9's going to take it. Oh no, I'm sorry, they're gonna chop it up. They both have an ace, so aces and 3s with the queen 10. So yep.
Money on top? I think so. Yeah. I think so. Like a barber pole. That's my button. I'll call it. You get it. Take it down. Oh, yeah. I mean, have it. He doesn't care. That's right.
Yeah, they were working on some lighting stuff earlier today. The flop cam is much better now. We're still continuing to work on those little issues, and we'll keep tweaking things and stuff like that, especially as the stream grows. Get a little bit of money to be able to make some of those improvements and things like that. I've been doing this kind of thing for a long time, and I can tell you that it is very, very expensive to put these streams on. And so doing upgrades is always a challenge. Looks like we may have a little action between the ladies here. Looks like Ellis is coming along, and let's see. No, he's going to fold. Okay. So we got a little bit of we got some of the ladies here going to fight it out. As I said before, both of these ladies play very regularly here in the Dallas area. They're both solid players, and you'll see them all the time around here. Yeah, that flop cam looks much better, much easier to see. Yeah, Jim, you are correct. Lego got 5th place in that big shovel tournament over the weekend. That was a nice little pickup for him. Lego's kind of a monster in the tournament world around here.
Almost doesn't just flop. Jack 10 queen.
Dude, Maestro is taking a little break, so you got me solo here for just a minute. But I promise no more dad jokes. At least not tonight. Well, it looks like everybody's going to come to this party. We got a whole bunch of people in this one. The old Texas heads up, as we like to say. Five people to a flop.
And now that the video is back, so am I.
Yeah, there you go.
I think I did.
We got a few games going out there on the floor. A lot of people having some fun. We've got a birthday boy out there.
Yeah, buddy.
If you walk in, he says, "Buy me a drink." Not shy about it.
The price of admission is
Not shy about it.
Buying a drink for the birthday boy.
That would be one Eddie, the Asian sensation.
That's right.
Who should be known to most of the people in the
Yeah, that's right. You guys all remember Eddie. He is in town and hanging out with us tonight on his birthday. Come on by down here to Peaks. We're over here on Wycliffe, just right next to the Hilton Anatole. So if you know where that gigantic Hilton Anatole is, right near the downtown, you can't miss it.
Wow, look at these hands. And
Andre's got a monster here.
And only one of them with the ace.
Yeah, everybody else has got to be thinking somebody's got an ace here. So, makes a pretty healthy bet.
There's just not much you can do here.
Not much at all. Just got to let it go. Yeah, Jacob, that flop just reinforces one of the things that I always like to say, and that is that you're never more than 3 cards away from quads. And right there's the proof.
That is very true.
Never more than 3 cards away.
You're never more than 4 from a flush. So technically quads are easier, right?
Okay, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. M23, yes. Peaks had last week they had a $100,000 guarantee tournament that they had multiple entry days with, and day 2 was yesterday, and Lego, who's playing here in seat 1, finished in 5th place. So.
Right.
I had get raised, and then I had Jack.
3-bet with King 7 offsuit.
Well, I mean, if you're going to play that hand, you might as well 3-bet it and try to rep something with it, because it's hard to make a hand out of that.
Clearly, he thinks Ethan is opening a little light from the cutoff.
I wouldn't think so,
in,
but
this, in this case, definitely not. Jack 9 suited, a very, very good hand in the cutoff.
Fluffed himself a pair, and now he's got himself some draw action going now.
Whole lot of nothing for Derek. He's got one of those hands that looks like it connects to the board,
Right.
but it doesn't. It looks like he took a stab at it, and that might be it. We'll see if he takes the opportunity on the river here.
Yeah, right.
Same as that guy.
No, I've seen you call them.
So,
I think he asked if I checked you bet. He said, "No, I've seen you call down." I think he knows the bluff's not going to work here.
No bluff is going to work here.
Yeah.
Well done.
You know, I love the leveling games that happen sometimes.
That's right.
Poker table. You just another person. I've literally played hands that like everything was super serious, and you get all these raise, re-raise actions,
Right.
and then there's an action that's taken or a card that hits, and you just kind of look at each other, and one of them laughs because you know the entire situation is
Yeah, that's
beyond
right.
ridiculous.
That's right. I
You
love
both know exactly where you're at. It's just like, okay, let's stop pretending.
it. Absolutely.
Move on to the next hand. What kind of keys don't open the door? Monkey and donkey.
There you go. So they're in the corner there. You can see Ethan is about to enjoy one of those pizzas that we've talked about earlier.
Yeah, I asked him about that. He was enjoying it.
Good.
He also said he was starving, so that might have factored a little bit.
Well,
but,
sure, but you know, like I said, those are some doggone good pizzas. If you're coming over here looking for a little hungry,
surprisingly
have a
good.
drink from the bar and order a pizza and play some cards. I mean, how much better can life get than that, right?
And I know Lego commented he likes to go eat at a place near here called El Rey.
Yeah, El Rey, yeah.
And they were closed.
They were closed.
They're closed on
today.
Mondays.
Yeah,
So he said he went to the next Mexican place that was like right by it and got some guisos. So that was superb.
There you
So
go.
apparently there's plenty of good
Yeah,
Mexican
yeah,
food
there's
right here.
there's a barbecue place right across the street here, Slow Bone.
I have not tried that one yet.
Yeah, they're excellent.
But it is, right next to us.
So we don't know what Billy has, but she bet and took it down. So I'm assuming that it was something that was related to what's on the board.
Wow. I mean, King Nine's a pretty nice hand. King Nine with hearts is a pretty nice hand on this particular board. If those,
I might have peeled one.
that was accurate. Yeah, you got the backdoor flush draw, you got a gut shot, got an over.
Yeah,
Awful lot
Might
to
have
work
peeled
with,
one.
depending on
Yeah, you're right.
bet size.
Yeah.
Billy sometimes can put that pressure on. We saw that earlier with the pocket fives.
That's right. She's not afraid to put money in the pot. That's for sure.
The reason I'm asking is my buddy was an 86% favorite in fantasy. He's facing. It's against my wife. My wife plays fantasy. And my wife had Josh Allen and
That sounds dangerous. Ethan telling a story about playing fantasy football and it's against his wife. Like,
Oof. I don't know if that's a good idea.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, buddy.
B-Dell, is that Brad?
I was ready to say the same thing. I was assuming that's Brad. Yeah, Brad, you know, the vibes over here are really solid now. We were just talking about that earlier. And how much fun it is for Dude Maestro and myself to be back in the booth together, hanging out and doing all the fun things. And it's pretty cool. If you hadn't been paying attention, though, you can see everybody's VPIPs down there at the bottom of the screen. We've got all the stats scrolling by, so you can keep up with all that stuff in real time. We're not even putting it on the screen, you know, like we used to do the pop-ups and stuff, but now it's running all the time for you across the bottom, so you never have to be wondering who is being aggressive and who's not. We don't have the Nick game running tonight.
Doesn't appear so. Occasional straddles. I didn't hear anything about any kind of other games going.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything. I think we would have been told.
A couple of the stats are skewed a little bit. Ellis and Billy joined after the fact.
Yes.
So you'll see some of their frequencies are represented a little higher or lower than they might
Right.
be in the long run.
Right.
All right, Ms. T with the suited ace in the straddle says, you know what? It's 3-bet time.
I think that's a perfectly good bet there.
Out of position, I would like a larger size, probably.
But
But the
squeeze,
decision
squeeze,
squeeze.
yeah, the
Yeah.
squeeze in general, I think is the solid thing to do there. Now you can just rep anything you want here. Yeah, there you go. Beautiful. That's exactly what she did.
Yeah, in that case, that you definitely want to continue out of position. I think against Joe, who has shown that he's going to probe a lot of these things. So if you don't have a hand that wants to call it down, you're probably better off just going ahead and taking the bet.
Yeah.
Betting lead and keeping it. Don't know if she's kind of picked up on that or not.
Gayla.
The dynamics, though. We'll watch see if there's any adjustments.
Right. Hey, Gayla. Nice to see you here on the chat. Rooting for Mr. Bill. Gayla's another one of the fine poker players here in the Dallas area.
Yeah. We always root for Mr. Bill, unless he's at my
Yeah.
table.
That's right. You know, it's so funny. Bill and I are
I'm a bit selfish when you're at my table.
Yeah, well, yeah, I get it. Yeah, Bill and I are really good friends, but boy, at the poker table, we love to just battle.
I believe you and I have done that a few times.
Well, you know, the funny thing is, Bill's usually getting the best of me. I think overall, he's probably way ahead.
Well, you know, I'm not shy to 3-bet you either.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you and him both just love to fire away at me, and I just go, okay.
But sometimes you get me with that darn 5-3.
That's true. I have
Whether
done
you
it.
have it or not, when you don't have it, the board will go 5-5-3, and I have to give you credit for it. Speaking of threes, Ellis has a whole bunch of them.
Well, he might get a little bit of money here, but I don't know how much he's going to get, though. I think he's going to just. Is he gonna bet it here? Or is he gonna just let one
It's
peel?
unfortunate that no one else has anything here. Typically, you can bet that pretty aggressively, knowing that you're unblocking the queen. And
Right. Billy peeled one off
Billy
here.
and Billy picks up equity, so
Yeah.
that's actually going to help Ellis.
Yeah.
Going to be able to get the rest of the money in here.
Yep.
Ellis has been very active based on the stats at the bottom, but has been playing short stack strategy. So typically 2 streets and the money's in.
Mm-hmm.
And
Looks like he's
that
got most
was
of it
a
in there
perfect
now.
turn card to get him paid.
Yeah. Looks like he's got it all in there.
I mean,
Yeah.
a 9's better than an 8 or a 7, even
Yeah.
for Billy.
Yeah, she knows that she's in a world of hurt here. Yeah, there you go.
Right
Nice.
at once.
Okay.
Very
Well
nice.
done. Well done.
Yeah, if you're playing short stack, and you can only get it in a couple streets, you cannot be shy about doing it.
Right.
You
Exactly.
got to take it when you got the equity.
Y'all are playing big cards, are you?
Oh, I can hear me talking to the back there. So this is around the time that the video feed was out.
That's what I said. That's what I said. I was so hungry. I hadn't even eat like barely anything today. So
Well, my restaurant El Rey is closed, right? So 2 doors down.
So I think I already recounted all these stories.
That's right.
Yeah. El Rey's on Brew. That's one. They're closed on Mondays.
Well, that's a flop that connects to a lot of hands, but not going to get a lot going on here.
Yeah, it looks like Ms. T just bet and took that one down.
Got shot and over.
double time.
I appreciate it. Do that right now.
Okay.
That's for sure.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
There's having difficulty.
Yeah, and Andre was very thankful that we talked about the mural. I was just telling him that we had mentioned it.
Yeah. Nice.
A lot of good guys at poker around this table here,
Absolutely.
men and women.
We use the term generically.
Yes, a little old school.
Well, somebody's having fun out there on the floor.
Here's
That's for
the
sure.
string. I do believe it's a birthday thing.
Ah, yeah, that's right. It's the birthday.
It's a birthday thing.
The birthday boy.
I believe
yeah,
they are
that's what you
singing.
mentioned earlier. Yeah. Come on by for some free cake. Buy Eddie a drink.
Might be gone in a little bit. In fact, if you want me to duck out of this booth and grab 2 pieces, I
You
can
know what?
definitely do
I
that.
think I think that would be okay. Yeah, I think that'd be all right. I could go for a piece of cake.
All right.
All right, here we
Let's
go.
go and get my hands
There
on
you go.
one.
There you go. Let's see if we can get some cake. Chocolate cake. That's an old joke. Okay, so here's a good question in the chat. Do the players that stream here drink alcohol? Seems like sober game always. Well, that's an interesting question. It depends on the players. Some nights they do, some nights they don't. You just don't know. We do have a full service bar here at Peaks, but you just never know. Some folks like to do that. Some folks don't. It's certainly completely open to the folks that are playing. They're certainly welcome to. Jim, I like your answer. We don't make them drink, but that might be interesting if we did. Yes, I think it would. It would definitely liven up a game or two. That's for sure. Some of the games get pretty live anyway, with the way the guys get things going. Well, Bill decided not to play the clean diaper there, but I can't say that I blame him. It's not much of a flop to be able to play that hand. Look, even if you're not into poker, Peak Social is a great place just to come and hang out. Like I said, we do have a full bar. Got a pool table, ping pong table, some video game things, other kinds of stuff. Just come hang out. It's a great spot. Comfortable couches, big TVs to watch sports or whatever you want. Well, we could get another, looks like we've got another Texas heads up here. 5 ways to the flop. No, 4 ways to the flop. Well, not quite Texas heads up then, but pretty doggone close. We'll call it that way anyway. And bingo, there's the ace. Which could get real interesting here now between Andre and Ms. T. I think the other folks will probably let go given the action here. But I don't know. Billy might peel one here and see what happens. She's got a little bit of chips. Might be feeling a little frisky and see what happens. Yeah, that's probably the smartest thing to do. I think Miss T's going to call. I think I would if I was in her shoes. If you're going to play ace-9 to flop an ace, you might as well put money in the pot. Oh, well, Ethan's going to come along here. Oh, my goodness. We got some cake here, boys. Cake.
Just remember to mute your mic when you chew.
No, I'm going to make everybody listen.
I imagine some of them will get some cake out there on the stream in a little while.
Let's see here.
Cutting it up.
Okay.
Saw the comments about the drinking on the screen out there.
Mhm.
I was getting the cake, and that's hilarious. Yes, we should absolutely force them. I think in general,
like the knit game, they should make them take a shot every time they lose the knit game.
I
That'd be
think the
great.
higher stakes drink more
Yeah, I
playing.
think
They're
so
more
too.
comfortable in the
Yeah.
setting.
I think so too.
Sometimes in these lower stakes streams, it's a big deal.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not an opportunity that's regularly presented to 1-2
look
players.
at this. Ethan is going to rep the he's going to rep the flush, but it didn't work. Andre's got the 2 pair, and I got to give Ethan a lot of credit there. He had a lot of heart to do that.
Well, if he had hearts, he would have won.
Yeah, he would have had some real hearts. He would have won for sure. Yeah, nice effort there. Real nice call. So here, I'm going to show you guys my cake. Are you ready? Here we go. All right, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Some cake here. Yeah, there we go. So,
Spurs me, yeah.
Definitely ace 10 was
sprinkles and everything.
Yeah. I decided to just take a shot.
Yeah, I think with at least 1 heart, that would have been a better play there. King of hearts in particular, right?
Yeah.
But, when you got the 2 clubs, you're unblocking all the hearts.
All right, that's a pretty good cake there, buddy.
Now I'm gonna have to get bite. I got to sit right behind me here. So.
Yeah, nice. Well, sorry you're not here. If you're not here, then where are you? You're missing out on cake and drinks and poker and pizza. And I mean, come on.
Yeah.
What else do you want in life?
Stop naming all the favorite things in life.
Holy cow.
Did I miss any fun action while I was out there? Try to keep an eye
Not
on.
really.
All right, Bill with the raise from the +2, and Lego going to defend as he should. It looks like we had Ethan calling in the middle also with the Jack 6 suited.
Lego's got the rampage hand.
No, Ethan wasn't in the hand there.
Yeah, he folded.
Yeah, I think he actually folded pre. It just didn't
Yeah.
get in the action tracker until the flop. I didn't see any cards in front of him. Spikes the 5, and that's good enough.
In this case, it was for sure.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah.
All right, so we got a dealer change. I believe that's Shelly
So
in
we
the
just
box
rotated
again.
back, it looks like.
Yep, looks
And
like
Vincent
we're
in there
going to do
for
a
that.
PLO double board bomb pot here.
Once again, these have a $100 cap post flop. So with the 300 cap on the buy-in, you really don't want to bust players out regularly with
Right.
every dealer change.
Yeah. And
So-
PLO double board bomb pots can get that
Yeah.
way really fast. So,
So tapping it to the $5 ante plus $100 post flop
yeah.
usually keeps the game going and
Right.
anyone from suffering too much. And you can still get multiple callers that
That's
way.
right.
Actually,
That's right. Yeah, you get a lot of action this
So
way.
you can still make a good chunk of change.
That's right. And I think it keeps the game more accessible for people who are not as comfortable with PLO. This way, they don't feel completely out in the wilderness if they're not comfortable with PLO. They can know that they're not going to get just run over here in this format.
Looking at the hands, I don't see an 8 anywhere. I do see, let's see, 6, 7.
Yeah,
Couple
Andre's
people with
got
6, 7.
Yeah, Andre's got aces.
Miss T's got a lot work in there for the bottom board.
Bill's got
Ethan has the straight in double blocking it, although Miss T actually already has it as well.
with
the wrap.
Yeah, Bill's got the straight. Mm-hmm.
Ellis has a lot of potential.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, Ellis has a lot of potential on both boards.
Mm.
And anyone with flush draw, Bill, but it's only a 10 high flush draw, so that usually doesn't feel safe enough in PLO. But the cap, you never know. That cap, knowing that you don't have to put any more money in after this, sometimes gets you to go ahead and put the money in and just see where it goes.
I think if I miss T, I just cap it here on the.
I think they are.
turn.
Andre already did.
Yeah.
So and it's now just colorful decisions for everyone.
Yeah. I think Billy's clear fold here. Gut shot just doesn't do anything for you. Yeah. Oh, Miss T folded. What happened?
I think we are.
How much she, oh my goodness.
Do you have the club draw?
No, I just have to add 6, 7.
Yeah, straight on the bottom.
Looks like it chopped it. I think Ethan made a flush and then didn't have anything on the other board. So I believe is what happened. Oh, no, he had the straight. He had the straight. Yeah. Yeah.
Does it match the stack?
I looked away at a comment. I thought there was another straight out there as well. So what happened to that?
Yeah, I thought Billy had a straight and folded it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's another.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the stuff makes sense, but
Yeah.
some of it is. I mean, he's like, no.
Yeah. Exactly.
But me and Larkin went to see Full War.
Oh.
Probably inside the tripper, my favorite show outside of the night.
So good.
Well, Bill's got ace king in his hand. I think he'll see an open here. Already, I'm sorry. He's looks like he's got a straddle on, so he may. Oh no, he just calls. Okay, interesting. I think he's wanting to check raise. Oh, I guess he just called the flop. That's what happened. Okay. Yeah, he's calling the flop here. Okay, I see. We've got a gut shot here for Derek. 2 overs for Bill.
You got spicy with the 3-bet pre.
Let's see what the turn card is, though.
It wasn't with 3-bet. It was just a raise. Okay. Sorry, I'm catching up on the action there. And I think sometimes it handles the straddles wrong.
Oh, boy. I think Bill checked and then Derek fired.
Well, that's a lot for everyone. That is a very spicy card.
Bill's giving it a little TV shuffle there and putting it in the call.
Yeah, Derek has a ton of outs, and that's one of them.
But he does not have enough of them.
No, it's not one of them. Sorry, because of the paired ace. Yeah, that was one of the few flush outs that did not help him.
Right. Yeah, he knew he was dead there when that happened.
Interesting run out, though.
For sure. All right, I think the guys on the stream are about to get some of that birthday cake. Yeah, there we go. They're all celebrating the birthday from Mr. Eddie, the Asian sensation. Every now and then you'll see Eddie down in Houston. He's down there running things for champions down there in Houston. He's kind of become the little bit of everything man down there. helping with the stream, helping with player relations, all that kind of stuff. So, but we're glad to have him. We're glad to have him back up here for the weekend and hanging out with us.
And every now and then, if you pay attention, you catch him at the end of a vlog on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Singing some karaoke.
That's right. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. Well, it looks like the ladies are going to go at it again. Can't really call it a cat fight, though, right? That's not quite what we have here. Oh my, that's a spicy flop. Oh my goodness gracious. Billy might check raise here. She did. I don't know how you fold though if you're Ms. T here.
This is very tricky. Yeah, you. And she was the initial raiser.
You know,
Billy's simply defending the blind, so there's a lot of potential here. Billy's going to have a lot of flush draws that might make this move that you're ahead of. Jack 9 very much in range, as are all the 2-pair combinations. The one thing with Jack 9 being in range, though, is with Queen Jack, you're blocking some of those combos, as well as some of the diamond combos, right? So having that Jack of Diamonds is a very interesting card to have here.
I don't hate this call.
No,
Not at all. Top pair, reasonable kicker. You got
redraw potentials, and you actually just picked up some more.
Yeah.
So
I think we might see an all in on a call here.
Pretty darn close.
Must have been 200.
You basically picked up a double gutter.
Oh, I think. Did she fold? Yeah, she folded. Okay. I mean, I understand that. Because at that point now you can put her on ace queen and just let go.
Yeah, best you're looking for the double gutter to hit, which makes it a math question at that point.
Yeah, and I don't think the math was there.
Yeah, with one street to go, she pretty much needed about 5-1, and Billy's never given you 5-1.
No, no,
that's not Billy's style.
I know.
So,
So you've been playing for a couple hours here. You can look at these chip counts.
Yeah, Lego and Andre.
I mean, you got people that have tripled up and doubled up, and so plenty of money on the table to win. And a few little speculative hands here.
Andre had to come in for more, though, right? So he lost that pop to Lego early on.
Yeah, I'm sure he's rebought, I believe.
So I believe right now Lego's probably the big money winner.
Yeah, I believe Lego is the money winner right now. Yeah, because I know Mr. Bill's added on, and we've had other people rebuy, and so.
Everyone doing all right out there in chat land? Looks like chat's kind of quieted down a little bit.
Yeah.
You don't need anyone falling asleep just yet.
Yeah, a little too early to fall asleep.
Speak for yourself.
I'll tell you what. How about this? If you have never been to Peaks in person, let us know in the chat. Let us know in the chat if you've never been here, especially if you're in the Dallas area.
Even better, let us know when you will be here.
Yeah, absolutely. Let us know when you will.
When are you coming by for your first visit or your next visit? Maybe we'll be here too.
More than likely, one of us will be here. Yes,
it's a reasonable chance.
And if you want to come say hello to me, all you have to do is look for the largest human in the room, there's an extreme likelihood that will be me.
Walk up to him and go, Tiny?
Yeah, exactly. Being 6'5", it's one of those things that you're going to see me. Well, I don't know what Ms. T has, but whatever it was
worth
good enough.
$55.
It was good enough, whatever it was.
I bet it had a jack in it.
I'm feeling pretty comfortable to say that's true.
So at this point, Tiny, anyone's play surprised you or? Tricky
Yeah,
question.
a little bit. I think I know that Billy can be aggressive, but she's made some pretty aggressive plays tonight that I didn't quite expect. I think that's a little eye opening.
Yeah, she's consistently on the larger bet size.
Yeah,
And the aggression.
yeah.
When she wants to play a hand, she's in there for all of it.
Right. Yeah.
And that's something you got to know when you get in the hand with her, that you might have to play the short game and be willing to do that in just a couple streets.
Yeah, I think you got to be willing to mix it up if you're going to play with her. Good for her though. She's good at putting pressure on people. Well, Ben says he's never been here, but has heard good things from Ethan. So there you go. Well, Ben, come on out. We'd love to see you.
I'm gonna wait because I gotta. Yes.
Not at the moment, yeah. Not on the stream with obviously.
Very attractive.
Yeah, Ms. T and Billy again.
Well, there you go.
Well, the ladies would like them to battle here. I think Lego will get out of the way.
I think as soon as Miss T gets in the pot here, after Billy, Lego will.
Lego just going to
Throw
let
in
this
the
one
towel.
go. Yeah, there you go.
This is not the spot to battle.
Nope. Once again, Billy putting on the pressure here.
Yeah, Billy kind of did a little bit of a small size squeeze pre-flop, looking at the action tracker, and
I don't see anybody folding here. Yeah.
taking the lead there.
Yeah.
I don't know that the 9 pairing is really going to change anything here.
I don't think it will. No, I don't think so at all. I think this will just go back call here.
And it appears Misty pushed an amount out that was different than what she had in her mind. I think we've all done that at some point. Throw some chips in or push the stack and then go, and then realize, wait a minute, it's either more or less than what you meant for it.
Yeah.
They're just going to chop it up here. So
Kind of what I was thinking, Mr. Bob.
Where were my hearts though?
Yeah, exactly.
now, there seems to be an imbalance. A lot of the chips appear to be on the left side of my screen.
I've noticed that.
I think the players on the other end are kind of waiting for their opportunity.
Well, and the card distribution has not really been very favorable to this side of the table either. So,
As a matter of fact, I mean, when they've been involved in hands, they've sometimes been hands where they've just been kind of spicing it up.
yeah, that's right. That's
Not
right.
always hands that you can do a lot with post flop. So yeah, they have definitely been limited a bit by the distribution. I believe we got a straddle on again here, and some very weird camera action.
A little hiccup in the playback here.
Hopefully, a little hiccup. Come on back.
Well,
Yeah, maybe slightly more than a little hiccup.
we'll get there.
Give it just a moment here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
All right, hang on. All right, you guys might have to hear a dad joke again. All right, Dude Maestro is going to go out and see if he can rustle up the tech guys and figure out what's going on. I'm sure they're working on it.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what's going to happen here, folks. Give us just a second.
We got Spectrum Internet.
Okay, it's the internet itself that's the issue here, folks. So we're I know that they are switching over to fiber here real soon, so we apologize for the interruption. And we're back. There you go. Thank you, sir. All right, we didn't miss a whole lot. Looks like Mr. Bill's in trouble here. Being put to the test by Miss T. I think he's going to end up folding here. I think he knows this is a trouble spot. He's also wondering how in the world she gets there with King 9 and what King gets there. What he's asking himself. Yeah, that's what he's asking. He couldn't say he didn't know what got there. And she shows him the bad news, unfortunately. Hey, Edward. Happy birthday. I had some of your cake. You got the stream back in time and you guys didn't have to hear a dad joke. Well done. If you want to hear more dad jokes, though, I'm going to put in a little plug. On YouTube, go and search for Old Poker Jokers. Old Poker Jokers. You'll have some of the best, worst dad jokes you'll ever hear. So there you go. Is Lego going to play the clean diaper here tonight? No, he's going to let it go. Everybody wish Eddie, the Asian sensation there, happy birthday to Eddie. Put those happy birthdays in the chat.
I was like, I know she ain't full of this stuff.
All right, I am back in here now. We get the video going again. Hey, got Eddie in the chat. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, buddy.
All right. I was looking out there. There's got a 1-2 table going out there in the room. It's like
Okay.
you got OFC and Eddie and Hayden.
Oh my goodness. What a 1-2
Like,
game.
what kind of game is this?
What a 1-2 game.
I need 300 and chips in here, please.
You're in this here.
Well, now that that comment is showed on our screen, it doesn't seem to want to disappear.
There we go. Okay, there we go. We got
I
it.
think you just learned something about the software. All right.
Okay.
All right, back to the action. Why is Bill looking at bills? Looks like he's still got chips in front of him. Miss C has acquired some chips, so clearly I missed something there.
Yeah, she won a big hand from Bill. Bill paid her off. She made 2 pair.
He was not a believer, huh?
He was not. It was a interesting spot. I could see him pondering how in the world could she get there with a hand that beats him, and she did. But he was definitely contemplating what I would have been contemplating. Okay, what in the world do you have?
I need 200 green
Mine
and
can be green.
300 green,
Right,
please.
right.
Well, Derek's bumped it up here. Billy's
As
contemplating.
he should. I think it's already been bumped to 125. This is not the time to get spicy
No, I
queen
don't
10
think
offsuit.
so. No, I agree. I think
Really, just this 3-bet should take it down.
yeah. Just be a fold here. Imagine Ellis would fold for sure to ace 6
Yeah, she's got position on Derek, but you got another player left to act behind you.
Mm-hmm.
There.
Yeah, I will not play ace 6 offsuit, just so you know. And if we notice here, by the way, we mentioned Bill's card protectors, and now he has 2 of them on the table.
Looking for some mojo.
Yep. Oh, she's asking how much he has behind. Yeah, she folded. Yeah, he's going to fold. Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been ill-advised to make a play there.
All righty.
I want to say thank you to the viewers that have stuck with us to this point.
Yes.
Through
the ups and downs, we appreciate it.
We had a couple technical difficulties, but they were pretty short-lived. And Billy with a very nice hand here, 9-8 suited. 9-8 of diamonds. That is one of my favorite hands.
Yep. She's going to come.
Used to be pocket 9s, but then at some point it kind of flipped to 9-8 of diamonds.
Okay, we'll go with that.
You can do more with it.
That's I can get along in that.
Although you'll see a lot of people warn against it because you do catch the bad end of Broadway straights.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I've had that happen more than once.
You do have to be a little careful with it.
Of course, she always flops open-ended here. Ellis got top pair. Yeah, we're going to see a little hoo-ha here. Yeah.
If you ever wondered why, when you look at charts, sometimes 8-7 is played more aggressively than 9-8 or more frequently, that is your reason.
That makes sense. Mm-hmm.
It
I'm
tends
pretty
to get
sure-
the bottom end of against hands.
I'm pretty sure Billy's going to look him up here. It's only 83 to call. I think this is pretty much just a standard call here. I don't think there's much doubt.
Flopped open ender, backdoor flush draw.
Yeah, I think you can just go ahead and put it in there. Yeah.
Versus that size of a shove.
Right. If it was a lot more or something, might consider it something a little different here, but given stack sizes, not much to do here. Now, Ellis is probably going, oh, she's got a flush draw, but
Yeah, but this way you get to see the full run out.
yeah.
Get to realize the equity.
Pink, there it is. But not enough.
Nope. Wrong one.
Wrong one.
little bit more positive.
I'm positive she got it straight.
Well, that was very generous. Playing short stack poker there, but I'm pretty sure you just tossed a red bird to
I
the
think
dealer
he did.
as a tip.
I believe he did.
That's a
Well done from him. So you got some chips stuck in the rail there. There we go. We got them.
conversation seems to have quieted down a little bit at the table.
Yeah.
Earlier, I was getting quiet and we were listening to the conversation. I felt like we're going to have to fill up some more space here.
Yeah. Well, we are a little over 2 hours into it. We got another 45 minutes or so.
Plenty of time to still move some chips around the table.
Absolutely.
Plenty of time. Speaking of 9-8 suited, Ms. T has that now.
You're going to be aggressive with it. Ellis is going to give up. Nothing you can do there.
Ellis was in great shape against her, but has no way of knowing
He
that.
has no idea.
No way of knowing
And he
that.
looks at that flop. He's like, "Oh, I'm dead." Yeah.
Good cards is only part of the problem. Significant part sometimes.
That's true.
And there's other days where it really doesn't matter. Just taking good betting lines is all you need.
Yep.
Waiting to see some hands here. All right. It's like Ellis thinking about calling with 8-4 suited.
And he does.
Hadn't been watching Clifton. Has he been calling with pretty much every suited hand, or?
No. I think he's been relatively selective with them, but he's probably feeling it a little bit here. When that nice big pot, he's like, "Okay, I'm going to get in here and mix it up a little bit."
Well, all the 8s are spoken for.
This is true. They are all gone.
If Billy knew how much of a dominating hand she had, I
Right.
think you'd see this being played to maximal level.
Yep. Looks like the 6 is going to open things up a little bit here for Derek.
He's not going to shy away from it.
No.
Actually, he's $35 multi-way into an $80 pot. That's a very
That's pretty strong. He's basically saying he's got an ace here. And, everybody checked to him, so I don't blame him. You got a pair. You can rep whatever you want. Power of position.
it is a huge factor.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people, especially when they're learning the game, learn about that a little bit, acknowledge it, don't truly realize just how much that brings to the game, how much power there is there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially in Texas where you get called a lot and go a lot of multi-way flops.
Right. Position is really a big deal.
Position becomes even more important, and
Right.
it should be affecting your hand selection both early and late.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And as we say that, Ethan just fires off in +2 with 3-4 suited. So there you go. What do we know?
I mean, that doesn't seem too far off a hand you would do that with.
Well, yeah, that's true. I can't say a whole lot. If it was 3-5, I'd have done the same thing. Ellis is going to lick him up here. I think I would have too with pocket 8.
Oh, pocket 8s, absolutely. He could even 3-bet it there, but he's going to go ahead and take the
four
flop.
bet it there.
The problem with straight calling it here is he's shown the tendency to fold on flops with overcards.
Yeah,
And there's a lot of overcards to an 8.
Right, and Ethan's picked up on that. But the queen flop actually is pretty good for Ellis. Now he hates it because now he's losing all the aces in any single ace and he's dead. So I think this might just get it here for Ethan.
the only way Ethan's taking down this pot because 4 high is never taking it.
Well, this is pretty ambitious if Ellis calls here. Oh, that's interesting.
That is super ambitious. Call it
Yeah.
8 high.
Yeah, because all of the oh wow.
I mean,
all
you
the
got to
cards
think
get there.
that Ethan's bluffing with only a 7 or lower.
Oh, he just goes all in, and Ethan. Oh wow, it was a great play. Well done. No, show it. Show it.
Oh,
Come
please
on,
show
show
it.
it.
Please show it.
Show it. Oh,
Come on.
dude, that would have been a great time to just turn over
That
an 8.
would get a huge reaction.
Oh yeah, just a single 8 right there would have just set the table on fire. That would have been great.
Wow. He is definitely feeling it now.
For sure.
We might see a a whole new side of Ellis with chips here.
108 chips, please.
I got things for 18 months. I got health insurance for 6, paid for 18 months. I had retirement. If I would do a cash
Mediocre poker in the chat. Welcome.
All right. Joe raising with King 8 suited. I go flat and go in the hijack with the suited ace. And we get a paired suited board.
Yuck.
Like,
Nobody's
Joe did
liking
get the
that
rest
board.
of this, and we've never seen him shy away because of his kicker before. I bet King 8 was the hand he did it with earlier in the stream.
That's right.
So he's going to just go ahead and continue here. And
I think it'll do it. Of course, I've been wrong
Billy
before.
Billy's got that gutter. She might get a little spicy here.
Yeah, okay.
She is definitely not shy about that.
No, not at all. That might scare Joe a little bit, but maybe not. What do I know? Obviously, I know nothing.
No, but the sizing is very interesting here. He went from a $40 flop bet to a $50 turn bet. That doesn't exactly scream strength.
I wonder if she's just going to do something squirrely here.
And the catch with this bet here is you're pretty much only getting called by hands that are beating you.
Yeah.
And you're folding out the hands that you beat. So it does not accomplish.
I think this is a check
Really
call
anything.
spot, isn't it? Normally. Check call
Yeah,
spot.
or if you're going to put out a bet, you put it out like super tiny blocker, and you know you can fold or raise.
Right. Yes, we were aware, Mark, that you were mediocre poker. We know who we know you.
I know not Mark. Do you know Mark? I know not Mark.
I know not Mark. Yep.
He's not that mediocre.
I was just teasing him.
Good to see you in the room there earlier, Mark. Well, Billy is giving a lot of thought to this.
I'm a little surprised. I'm not sure what she's contemplating here.
She might put him to the test here.
That's what I'm wondering too.
The bet sizing does not make a lot of sense. The king would typically get.
I think she's waited too long if she was going to go all in, and that's really her only bet. And she's taking too much time to do that. So I think that even if she did that, he'd just snap her off.
She knows it doesn't feel right. The 40, 50, 75, that relative to the pot, the bets kept getting smaller.
Yeah,
on
that's,
each
yeah,
street,
that's
which
true.
is, not typically what you do with your with a lot of the strongest hands on that board. So yeah, the radar was going off, but
Right.
would have been interesting had she shoved there to see what Joe's reaction would have been there. If he would have picked that off as an exploit or not.
Got some pretty healthy V-pips rolling across the bottom of the screen there. Everybody's at least 20%.
Yeah, and some of the more active players early in the stream kind of slowed up.
Yep.
The hands dried up, and they just they got some chips in front of them. Well, we've seen what Billy does with like fives. What's she going to do with aces?
We got a bunch of hands here. We could see some real interesting stuff here.
All right, she's shown strong play with all kinds of hands before, so it's,
Oh boy. Like Derek might.
I don't know that we've seen very many 4-bets though at this table, have we?
No, we have not seen a 4-bet tonight at all.
So that's going to raise some alarm bells.
I think so. Yeah.
This is all going in,
I think so. I think this is going to go in.
even though the 4-bet's got to be sending some.
Yeah, because she could do the same thing with queens and even jacks. He's thinking, though. He's thinking about laying it down.
And a cash game where you haven't seen very many 4-bets, if you can reliably narrow that range down, then absolutely you can get away from the offsuit variety sometimes.
Yeah, I think in Billy's situation here, because we have not seen 4-bets tonight, I almost think simply because of that one factor, I almost think you just flat right there and let Derek fire off at it.
Then on the flip side, though, we have seen Billy be very aggressive. She's wanted to play a hand, and I'm sure he's balancing those two things in his head right now. It's like we've seen a lot of aggression. That leans him towards calling or shoving here. On the flip side, we haven't seen 4-bets
Right,
in this
exactly.
game, so he's definitely in a spot here. And I wouldn't fault him for any action at all.
Right, either way. Yeah,
Cold call, shove, I think are all on the table.
I agree.
It's going to come down to your read of the situation.
Mm-hmm. No, I think that's a good read.
And he gets a good read here.
Yeah. Lee asked if I can suggest make the action rectangle more visible in the player side. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Unfortunately, the software doesn't allow us to make those kind of modifications.
At least at this time.
At least right now, yeah. So
All right. I think that was only the second time we've seen aces in this stream, isn't it?
I believe you're right.
The other time took it on the
bit
flop.
of lack, yeah. A little lax on the aces here tonight. We haven't seen kings either.
All right, it's time. Aces versus kings versus jacks or something.
Yeah. Let's see. Billy gonna do anything? No.
MST with an ace-10 suited. That's a nice looking hand.
What's he open with?
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Ellis is feeling frisky, and now Ethan's got the ace king. Here's the 3-bet. Yep.
And now Ellis is still wishing he hadn't felt so frisky.
Yeah.
Like that was a waste of $15 or 14 minutes.
Makes a little bit of a little stretch of a call there with the ace-10
No,
suited.
ace-10 suited in position. You got to defend that.
Yeah, I mean, I understand it.
There's a lot of hands you're ahead of that are 3-betting.
Ethan hadn't been super active tonight, though. So,
Yes, you can't be folding that much either range.
2 overs.
I mean, the hands you're raising on the button, there's so many other hands to fold. Ace-10 suited.
Yeah, I get that.
Definitely too far
Yeah,
up in that range.
yeah. I mean, I would have done the same thing, but, you know, I'm terrible, so what do I know?
I've seen you rack up some chips before.
It does happen occasionally. Check. That's what I would have figured would happen on the turn. And nobody got nothing. Ace King is good here, though.
It's good. Bet call. It's
No pair.
Miss T's probably going to just gonna let it go, but
She might
look him up.
look him up here. Well, she might get a little frisky here.
If you think he's bluffing any kind of king, queen, high, something like that, then you can straight up call. And if you're putting them on something like ace king or ace queen, and you can potentially fold out a better hand. With
Oh
the
boy,
raise,
look at there.
And that's what she's
wow.
going for.
She's going for it. I think he's going to see it in here. Oh man, he's got him in his hand like he was going for it there.
But we have not seen Miss T make a play like this tonight.
Yeah, and
Now,
we talked about
I've seen that in the past, but tonight they haven't seen
right.
this kind of play.
And the thing is that players and especially in these low stakes games, very very rarely raise for a bluff on the river.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's just super super rare. Well, there you go. Oh wow, he called. Nice call.
He'll get a little
really nice call.
He'll get a little respect for that. And respect to Miss T. It was
Give tons of credit to her for making that play.
On precisely something like that. She had potential to fold out better, but he made the call.
Yeah, that was impressive on both levels. Really, really nice. Both of them.
Nice play. Neither one of them had a darn thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he had no pair. Yeah, and she called the 75 pre-flop, which he was just saying, what in the world is she calling with? That's connected with that board, and he figured it out. I mean, ace five suited is really about the only thing that she would have with that board texture that she might have done that with. So good,
not much.
Good for him.
That was, really, it was kind of a good play on both parts. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't.
Of course, when I do that, they just roll over, some 5x hand, and I just go, oh well.
I thought you always had the 5x hand.
No, they always do.
Literally gave me a party slip.
Oh my God.
After the meeting.
I think Joseph's probably sitting here wondering when he's going to get a hand better than King 8.
Yeah, poor guy. He's on card dead here most of the night.
Not much to work with here for most of the guys. Bill's going to go ahead and get in there, though, with a unsuited wheel ace. Miss T with the pocket fives. Looks like she's going to bump it up. So she's definitely picking up the aggression towards the latter portion of this screen, where she looked more content to limp and call earlier, maybe getting a feel for the table. And wow, what a flop for these hands.
No.
And Miss T coming at it right away with large size on the flop and following up with a half pot on the turn, putting Bill in a really tough spot.
I always go.
And they're going to run it one time. Ace hits, but not enough. And all Mr. Bill can do is laugh at that. Miss T getting on a pretty good roll here. And see Mr. Bill digging back into the pocket.
Oh, yeah, $45. 45 minutes. Aiden.
What'd you say?
45 minutes.
45.
Nice.
So this ends pretty much. What does it matter?
Yeah, I think I just heard them talking about how much longer the stream was going. It sounded like 45 minutes, they're saying. So they'll probably stop playing around 10 p.m. local time, and the stream, of course, will go a little beyond that as they are on a delay. Got yellow bomb pot here. Dealer change.
Way more junior. Just started.
King high, both boards. And wow, the only king in anyone's hand is Billy. But she doesn't have a whole lot working with it. She does have top 2 pair on the top board and a couple of spades on the bottom board. So in really nice shape there. And Billy got out of there. She had the most equity, but her out of the way. That's going to shift it a bit. Oh, and she's probably regretting it now because now she knows she had the only king in the deck. So she had top set with a flush draw on the bottom and top 2 pair on the top.
Oh my!
And she's no longer in the hand. So,
oops.
Definitely not loving that.
Yeah, that's the way these yellow bomb pots go.
Although the straights came in on the bottom, so she would have lost that one after all. And straight flush came in on the top.
Oh my goodness, it did. Holy cow.
So it worked out for Billy. She couldn't have liked it on the
Ellis,
turn, but
raise,
she's gonna love it when
Ellis.
she's gonna love it when she sees everything else here. Oh, it's capped.
Oh, it's his cap, yeah.
Small
Oh,
pot.
yeah, we're already capped, sorry.
And while you were out, Ms. T stacked Mr. Bill.
Oh, he's stacked again, huh?
Yeah, he had ace-4 offsuit. She had pocket 5s. Flop came 5-4-3. She bet pretty big. He called. I believe it was an 8 on the turn, so essentially a blank. She fires half pot. He goes ahead and gets the rest of it in with his gut shot. With his pair over and a gut shot.
Mm-hmm.
She, of course, snap calls. River's an ace, giving him 2 pair, but no good.
No good.
And he was digging back in his pocket, shaking his head. All right, straight flush.
Yeah, Ellis got half of that one.
Very, very nice.
The other guys got quartered.
I can't hear Billy right now. I guarantee you saw what happened there. She had the world on the turn. And then
So she did make a good fold.
if you're result oriented, yes. All right, those were nasty rivers that were going to cost. Big Pot on 1-3 dealer's choice tomorrow night at Peak streamed game. Sign up if you want to see.
There you go.
There you have it.
Well, that DC cost
What?
the DC cost of living.
Oh, yeah. And, you know, and everything.
Yeah, if you're trying to get a seat there, just reach out to any of us.
Yeah.
Reach out to Peaks directly. Hayden, Kim, myself, Tiny. We'll get you to the right people.
Yeah, we'll get you connected.
Yeah, the
to
coils.
somebody.
Whoever it is, you got to.
Yeah,
Got a line
whoever's
too.
phone number or Facebook or whatever you've got to reach out to somebody, you'll get there.
Most
The
of us
best
are out
way
there
to do
pretty
it-
public.
Yeah, the best way to do it is to reach out on the Facebook to the Peaks Dallas Facebook page, and that's probably your best bet. Or to reach out to Eric Anderson on Facebook as well.
Just shoot a message.
They'll get you connected. If you are not a part of the Low Stakes Grinder Facebook page, certainly join that as well. You'll see a lot of the
Grinders or rounders? Low stakes rounders.
low
isn't it?
stakes rounders.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, yeah, low stakes rounders on Facebook. You'll see Kim and Hayden's picture on that, so you'll see a lot of the faces that you see here. And Chris and I are real active in that, so that's a good place to catch up with things and see what's going on here in the Dallas area as well.
Well, if we get some clubs or fives on the flop here, we're gonna have some fun.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh wait, no,
There you go. Just
maybe not. I missed the action that folded everyone out there.
yeah, me too.
Must have been a squeeze. Hello, Mitch. How you doing?
Always good to see you, Mitch. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you. We've had a good time tonight here on our stream.
There have been a few people stacked.
Yep.
Getting a little shell shocked, which happens at this point in the stream sometimes, right? Yeah. All talking and laughing and mixing it up, and then a few people get stacked, and all of a sudden it's like, oh wait, we're playing poker here. I can lose money.
I'm losing money. I better start to play this game. Oh, I think Andre's going to make this a little more expensive. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's been a while since he's had something to really work with, so you're not going to pass up this opportunity.
No.
And the 3-bet is probably going to be enough here,
I would think so.
unless Derek just wants to get sticky with it.
I mean, he does have 10-7, the old Daniel Negreanu hand, but we'll let that one go.
Some players will get super sticky with the with any kind of suited combo or pair in position. You shouldn't really do that with all of them, but it makes sense. I mean, at least with closing action.
Yeah, occasionally.
You've got the
I
ability
don't
to
like
do
to
that.
get, I don't like to get too frisky with them unless the price is really right. So.
But he's probably aware that Andre hasn't really had a whole lot to work with here in a while, and now he's coming in with 3-bet. That's going to be a pretty nice range there.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I think you can easily range him in that. In that situation. Speaking of range, I think this will be a nice open.
I see $18 coming.
Hey,
Oh, he went a little bigger this time.
Oh, good for him. Hey, Cup, where are you at today? You at home still? I guess you're not on the road right now. You're at home, recovering, as I recall.
Donovan there is like those only benefit the pros. All those kind of add-ons only benefit the pros. Because a wreck is not gonna want to.
What I spend a bunch. No, I understand. So I was wondering if that was the case or not. Because if you bag one, you're like, well, now I have to try and get a second one because if I add both my chips,
It's surprised how rare it is that there's
Sure, but they get have like ships or whatnot.
Well,
Talk about bag bonuses and tournaments locally.
Oh yeah, there've been
That's-
some big ones here lately.
It's always discussion about whether it's worth going for those or not.
Speaking of going for them, you were one of the few people that did that recently.
I was at the Poker Atlas for Dallas Duel. Yeah,
Very nice, very very nice.
4 of us managed that. That was a $5,000 bonus, and I
Oh,
was
that's a healthy one right there.
more than happy to collect that.
And you cashed in the tournament as well.
Well, the weird statistical oddity from it was while 4 of us double bagged, 3 of us started day 2 together at the same table.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not sure what the odds were on that. But, yeah,
Got to be pretty low.
3 of the 4 double baggers all started day 2 together. Did not run nearly as well that day, but it was a fun tournament, fun series. I support all the good local rooms.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I think the Dallas poker community as a whole benefits. There's each place is kind of starting to find its niche.
Mm-hmm.
It's very nice on the tournament scene, the cash scene, and I'm gonna continue to talk up peaks here for a while and keep some of these pretty fun cash games that have been happening.
Yeah, I
Keep
agree.
them going.
Well, and long
And-
term, the reality of it
Let
is,
more people know about them.
yeah, the reality of it is that more poker is always better, and it doesn't matter, if as long as you're running a legitimate, solid, secure place, then more poker is better. And the idea that you don't want other places around, I think, is silly, because the more poker there is, the better off all the poker rooms are, not just 1 or 2, because there's plenty of poker, and B, you have a lot more clout with the community when it's a whole bunch of places.
Yeah, and I think you and I have always agreed on that, and I think the owners here agree on
I think they do too. I think they would like to work together.
They very
rather
much
than,
would like the community as a whole to succeed, and
Yes.
they want to be a vibrant part of that.
Right. Yep. Yep. The hyper competition thing, I think in this community is not a healthy thing. I think you want to try to work together and make a good situation for everybody as much as you can.
There is definitely room for all the rooms to succeed.
Yeah, absolutely.
And a little healthy competition is not bad for the player.
Yeah, some reasonable. Yeah,
Healthy.
I agree.
All right. It looked like our video acted like it might have been going there for a moment. So hopefully it holds up.
Yep, it'll be a little nicer once we get the fiber running here. Take a couple of weeks there. I know they've got that in the works already. So
So we got a couple aces connected to the board, but neither of them were particularly strong.
nice to hear that, Jim.
Well, this interesting run out.
Yeah, buddy. Miss T's like, oh, I made it straight.
And it might have been one of the few times that Joe didn't go ahead and double barrel.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, we've seen him play the top pair, no kicker or weak kicker before, and
Yeah.
he's tended to double barrel.
Yep.
That time he decides to check behind, and it bites him.
And he knew it. He let it go.
I
let it
think the check was still the right move. I mean, sometimes it's going to happen, but more times than not, he's going to be clean there
go. Right.
and be able to make a good sound decision on the river in position.
Yeah.
That one, it just poker will do that.
Sure will. Miss T just continues to stack up chips over here. Looks like the ladies have done rather well this tonight. Miss T's VPIP has stayed way up there. Billy's has too. So
It's not even worth it. Run or die.
I think I'd have pilled one if I was Ellis there.
2 overcards,
Yeah,
$10.
yeah. I mean, yes, backdoor draws there, straight draws, flush draws. Yeah, you know. Peel one, see what happens.
What are they? Find a better spot.
But I don't mind. There you go. We're just talking about the V-pips.
I'm not sure what's bringing those stats up.
Not me.
It does not appear to be us.
It is not us.
And they weren't coming up earlier, so maybe.
But you can always see it at the bottom of your screen there. They're going to scrolling all the time, so we don't have control of it like we would like to have, but we'll get there.
We get a limp from Mr. Bill in the cutoff. Is that correct? No. I don't think that actually was right. So I just saw him throwing the ship in there. Or limp call.
Yeah, limp called. Yeah, there's the straddle on.
Don't see very many limps in the cutoff usually.
And not seeing the.
I can tell there's an ace on the flop.
I can see an ace.
Tell Ethan, who was the only one, the one to raise it up, is the only one with it. So
Yeah.
pretty easy to rep.
I'll show one time.
But it looks like you check raised the flop there. He took a stab at it.
Oh man, if I played it like that, if I played it like that,
That would be very poor.
retire me, please.
Exactly.
You probably ace 10 hand if you don't have the 10. You call it.
With like ace, bad ace?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Yeah, 10 blocks is straight, so I didn't know if that was.
What's your marker?
It's a 47.
Yeah, my sister-in-law and my ex-sister-in-law a bunch of things back from flowers that was
We are not seeing Derek's cards here. Don't know what he has to straddle. Hopefully we'll get those scanned.
Oh, wow.
Ethan with ace king again.
And he decides to just flat this multi-way.
Actually, you know what? These hands look like the same hands from before.
Oh yeah, I think we have an
I
issue.
think we have an action tracker issue
Yeah,
here.
we do because Bill had queen 6 before,
Yeah.
so yeah. I think he's getting caught up now.
Yeah, the prior hands getting caught up here. Dealers probably holding up action.
Right. Yeah, that is cool.
Getting word in the headset.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh, access to a lot of flowers.
She could make a killing, Literally, really perfected the process.
Yes.
That's okay.
Your hands are so small.
Yeah, I'm tanking right now. I know. I'm slow playing.
Yeah, that flop action where Miss T stabbed at it and Ethan raised and she folded never quite got put in there. It looks like that's getting the result in there.
Oh.
What?
Thanks for being patient here, folks. We're just getting the graphics caught up.
Yeah, not quite sure what happened here.
We're almost done here. I think we've only got a little bit more time.
Anytime you see 10-4.
All right, those graphics are off, but of course a lot of the hands have already been mucked here, so
The first card killed everyone. And then second one.
All right. Now here we go.
He'll show us what.
All right.
He
Okay.
does still have ace king
All
again.
right, he does. All right, here we go. Now we're good. He raises to 16.
But
And now
his hand
Derek.
didn't change after all that.
Looks like he did get called.
Not a very good flop for red offsuit ace king.
I think if I'm Ethan here, I might have take a stab at it here, but
And I definitely hit more of Derek's range. I think he could have stabbed right away on the flop if he wanted.
yeah. So he's gonna go for it here.
And I imagine if that 2 hadn't paired on the turn, Ethan probably would have just stabbed on the turn. But the board pair is a dicey scenario against the big blind. All right. We should be back to normal operations here with all
Looks like
the
it. Looks like it. We've had a lot of fun tonight with some lively hands and some real interesting plays.
I said that
Great
we're not
calls.
seeing the hands.
I was getting some great calls too, you know. What comes to mind is that ace king ace 10 hand that Ethan made that great call after Billy check raised the river. That was super impressive. It was one of the more interesting hands of the night.
There's Miss T, right?
Miss T and Ethan. Yeah.
There were not many hands to work with on this particular one.
So Ethan is playing what I like to call the crazy Lonnie, King 7, in dedication to my good buddy Lonnie, who has wrecked some souls with that hand. Claims that he hasn't, but I know better because I was there.
I see his post on
It's a hand I play quite frequently.
Well, yeah, he's got himself a flush draw, so we have no idea what Eric has, though. Bingo, bango. That's
Yeah, we do not know what Derek has, but
I think if I was Ethan, I'd be firing at it too.
he's like, don't you know I've had ace king every hand?
He'll get looked up here. I think he's going to need that spade to put a wrap on this thing. I see a black card, but I don't know what it is, though.
I think it looked like they just threw there on the
Queen, yeah.
and then it turns out that the bot hand is exchange races or whatever.
They've also done it where you can buy the face.
this is Derek's hand, but clearly he had it.
Whatever it was, he had the winner. I would assume it's some ace X hand there.
And then it's like,
Oh, wow.
you know, it's like, I'm not paying at all. Save me on the turn. It's like, just have I remembered what was that. Like he bought it twice, and he started betting. And I couldn't remember what it was. And I'm like,
We got Joe and Lego in the blinds. Their hands have been few and far between since the first hour. I mean, they were catching them early on, but
Yeah, they've had some serious card dead here.
can't say we've called a whole lot of their hands here recently.
That kind of looks way the hell out there somewhere, doesn't it? Okay, I thought it was pretty far.
no, it's a track even for me.
Whole lot of nothing going on here.
But Donovan plays in our home game when he's not working.
And we got a raise from Billy with who knows what.
Well, and I was just noticing we are right on track with 25 hands an hour here. So I believe this is hand 75. So
But this flop, I'd really like to see the hand.
yeah, me too.
There's usually on a flop like this, there's lots to discuss.
But we know Billy is not afraid to put chips in there.
Might have been able to get a call on the flop with the ace of diamonds there, but not on the turn.
Yeah.
Do you not like the wind start games? Do you not like the wind start? I like going and stuff like that.
Weekends, they kind of.
Yeah, because I
And to me,
I get lots of
me
comments.
personally, I think it's way nittier than playing.
Way.
Sure.
It's
Oh, I
the
mean,
same face.
You wanna
sure,
play.
sure, yeah, no.
I play the mostly the 2-5 at TCH, and it's just great.
All right, Mr. Bill coming in with some action.
Yeah, if you
Don't
want,
see his
like,
hand yet.
I was gonna say for like when it started, everything, I was like, it's a really easy game. It's just it's a slow grinder
Yeah.
compared to when you play in Texas and everyone's like,
Well, I know we've got those larger sensors on these tables. I'm kind of surprised that
Yeah, me too.
the hand's not getting rid here. And apparently, it was not good enough to hold up to a 3-bet, whatever it was. Lego finally found a hand. It'd been a while, but tens in the small blind is a no-brainer 3-bet.
Yep. He did exactly right.
like splashy.
You don't want to play that out of position.
I didn't see the sizing he took there.
I did not either. I'm sorry.
Looked like Bill would come in for 15, so around 60 would have been probably a good spot.
It's a lot.
Size out of position. Didn't see what
I
happened
was
there.
like, I was playing a table a few weeks ago where the guy's like, man, I'll just go on and all-in pre-flop with 7 deuce and queen 3 suited. You know, like it's it is fucking. That's what's so funny is when I see some. There was a time a guy.
And now Ellis has the king 7
One of
suited.
those like GTO kids who come in and they like they come in and just before I know they're gonna get destroyed because they're
Joe, eager to play a pot, is going to bump it up with queen 9 offsuit.
Yeah. He's been sitting there quiet. He's like, okay, I want to play a hand.
What happens is like
Bill's got the ducks. Let's go.
The problem is he was playing the free roll too.
Anyway, in the cutoff with only a limp
Bro,
ahead.
people play
Don't mind that.
82 cards in the free roll. And so he's playing free roll. He's
Yeah, I mean, he
I watched a lot
had
of
a little something here. Almost.
But
But you know what they say? Close only counts in atomic bombs and horseshoes. So, you know, hey.
Used to be hand grenades. We've upgraded that to atomic bombs.
Well, you know, you don't
Be very close there.
You don't have to be very close. That's what I'm saying. You don't have to be close. Anywhere in the neighborhood, you're fine.
He has aces, of course, you know.
It's like you're opening up queen 9 from the cutoff, and then you actually hit the queen on the flop, and then you're folding right away.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the plan was post flop.
Yeah.
I said, brother, I always said, is this your first time playing here? And he
Gotta
said-
have a plan.
He said, I said, he's like, and I was like, oh, this guy's definitely not played Texas poker yet. I remember when I was that kid, you know, a few years ago, and I mean, right? Like it's so funny because he and then what happened? I said, brother, I said,
We're finally getting the hands we wanted.
Yeah. Now we're seeing it. Goodness
Look at
me.
this.
Holy cow. We're gonna see some fireworks here. Oh, and
Andre.
oh my goodness, what is going
Flattered with
on?
the queens instead of going for a 4-bet.
Well, you know, I mean, he did have a 3-bet in front of him, so I mean, I guess you could use a little bit of caution, but
The only issue with the caution is actually more dangerous, though. By flatting, you incentivize additional calls.
that's true. That's very true.
Now your queens are playing more hands that are more likely to
Oh,
have
yeah,
that random
I
ace,
get it. I
random
get it.
king, right?
Oh, I get it.
Or any number of other
I would have 3-bet, but you know, what do I know?
a little 4-bet. Yeah, he's behind, but he ends up in probably a heads-up situation.
Oh wow! And look at this! Look at this! He, all the undercards, and Ellis just jams it right here, and Ethan rejams, and Andre's like, now what do I do? Oh, that's a terrible spot. Oh,
And I had 4 players on that.
It is possible to find a fold here. So we'll see what Andre does.
yeah, Andre folded. Yeah,
Did he fold? Okay, I didn't know how quickly he folded.
yeah, he folded pretty quick. Oh wow! And Miss T would have made a set of 6s.
Yep.
Oh, there you go. Poor Ellis. Got a rough,
I think
rough
Ellis
go of
is
it.
done.
I think that might be it.
He had some bright moments in there, though.
Yeah, he
for
did.
sure.
Yeah, he did.
He went on a little run there for a bit. I remember him taking on that pocket eights where he just,
Yeah, that was nice.
just went for it.
Yep. And in this situation, I don't know that there's much he could have done there. You know, the flop came out all undercards. You got to think that you're in pretty doggone good shape here. You know, you might be up against the ace, kings, ace, queens.
Once you see the overjam, you know you're in trouble, though.
Yeah, but yeah, as soon as absolutely. As soon as Ethan jams, you know you're done.
It's the weakest over pair, so
Yeah, absolutely. You know you're done.
those other ones.
You probably wouldn't have been able to call the flop either, though, unless you felt it in your bones.
I mean, I did, honestly.
And Andre can put one of them maybe on a nut flush draw or an ace 10 situation, maybe for Ellis. But you're very unlikely to be ahead of most players there with
Right.
queens.
Oh, yeah,
where
yeah,
the only
yeah,
over
yeah,
pair you're
right.
beating is jack.
You're never ahead there.
Okay, so sorry, I got distracted because I looked down.
All right. Well, we should be getting close to the end here.
So in that story,
I
what's so
think.
funny about that
I don't know for sure though.
Yes, I did hear them
he ends up building a
about
stack and everything, but
30
this guy,
something minutes
because
ago
I'm
on
playing,
stream
I
talking
know
about
that
45 more minutes.
Okay.
So they should be finishing up
And when we were-
in real life out there.
I said, "Brother, 2.5,
And we should
that's
have,
everything Texas."
Yeah.
I said, "You got it. If you were to fold out
10 to
Jack
15
three,
more
you
minutes
have to
here.
go like 10x.
Stream, I'd imagine.
$20 raise isn't even a good raise.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Monotone flop.
I was laughing.
We actually have not seen very many of those today.
Not many.
It just was so, it's so
And,
funny. I
of
look at
course,
my old self,
Two
Really
pair
funny.
versus the only hearts with the four.
You watch, you watch all the pros.
I think we have confirmation that they are indeed done out there.
Yeah, I just heard Eric stick his head in there and say 2 more hands in a bomb pot. So we are almost done. And boy, we sure do thank you guys for sticking around with us tonight. Nice to see a good group in the chat.
Kept a full table this
Yeah.
stream, and we had
Yeah.
the seats early, filled up right away. I mean, Ellis is now bowed out, but we're right at the end.
Yeah, we're right at the end. Yeah.
There was no point rebuying there anyway.
No, not at all. So yeah, it's as you guys can see, we are moving right along over here at Peaks.
All right.
Getting things and going, and we got some hands here to roll out here these last couple. Look at this already.
Andre got a hand worth raising.
You know Billy's going to put some chips in here.
Yeah. She's going to count on a 3-bet most likely. But once again, goes to the smaller size.
Yeah,
Clicking it back.
just a click back.
Which we talked about earlier. You know, it is effective in sometimes just getting you that heads up. That's not always going to work. In this game, it appears to have worked a couple times. But there's some tables where you just end up creating a bloated pot where your only move on the flop is shove or fold because the stack sizes just don't hold up to it. And Billy picking up equity here. Still opts to check. Interesting. I would have fully expected her to fire on that turn. Potentially folding out better aces.
Yeah.
While still having equity if called.
Yeah, I think so too. Yep. Yeah, that's one of those aspects of the game that I've definitely improved on is in spots like that is to put a bet out there and try to fold out better hands.
It was a bunch of Twitch streamers who just.
Especially,
You don't have to bet
especially
big.
when you have potential out.
That's what I mean. Yeah, when you have like a nut draw, when you have a
All
nut
right.
draw like that, you know.
I'm still live.
Yeah, right,
And when that comes in, it's so hard to get paid anyway.
right. So if you can get some money in on the on that draw, you're usually gonna make money in the long run.
Very much.
Oh, yeah. And so, oh, man.
And you don't have to bet big. You can make it a reasonable. You can make it a 1/3 sizing and be just fine with that. Even 1/4 sizing.
All right, Ms. T with a suited king on the button. Looks like Lego raised with something. And the +1, probably a pretty strong range there for him.
I would think so from him. Yeah.
That is not going to be a great turn to
Yeah, he's
He
talked
went
about how he's learned from things from like some of the new stuff and how he's.
but he doesn't
Oh,
take
wow.
it down.
Nice from him. I wonder what he had.
Now he still gets a little.
I wonder if he had 3-5. We'll have to ask him.
I doubt it, but if he did, he just we missed the opportunity for us to talk about it.
So I think we are right here. We're going to do a bomb pot to close out the night,
That's what it looks like.
and we'll wrap this thing up here.
Yeah, you know that.
I wish that we could see the overall winner loser chart, but unfortunately, I don't have access to it here. But we'll get that fixed up here soon. I'm pretty sure Lego's done well, and so.
Yeah, I believe. I mean, he got his chips early in the night
Mm-hmm.
and kind of just held on to him.
Yep.
Dead there for a good stretch in the middle.
Yep, I think Ethan's done well.
Yeah, I do believe
So
it was good there. His T found her stride for
yep,
sure.
yep, I believe they're all up, and I think Andre is too. I think he got hit early, but I think he's
He got hit early, but then he immediately won the next big pot.
yeah. So I think he's healthy again.
He did run pretty bad. And, I will say-
Probably a modest
Yeah, small win,
there,
but
which I think is going to be the case for most of the table.
Yeah. I think only Lego and Ethan are winning significant amounts here tonight because neither one of them did a rebuy. So
All right, so we got Ms. T showing a ton of equity with her set of sevens,
Bill's
along with a gutter.
Bill's
on the
got
top and
Bill's
some gutters on the bottom.
Yeah, Bill's got a straight, and he's got a lot of equity on the top.
You know, a set on both boards is always good.
Yeah, that's true too. I don't think Bill's going to go anywhere though.
Unless you do like I did the other day and you end up voting up when there's a flush on the board and you think, great, I'm getting paid by a flush. And one of the other people in the pot has the same vote as you, and the other one has the straight flush.
Ooh.
You go, oh, you know what?
Okay.
Maybe this wasn't so good.
Yeah, maybe I'm just getting quartered here.
You're not even that. You tuck your tail between your legs and
Ooh.
put more chips on the table.
No, I love it. I think it's brilliant because like hands like probably like this would never get these calls to people, but they know they're not going to lose more than.
Yeah, and he's just capped it there.
And they're talking about the brilliance of the cap. You do get more calls with the
Yeah,
cap.
I agree.
It's like you can get into this where you're playing for stacks for 300, but you're getting one person to call it.
You got the
And you're
nuts right
frequently
now.
topping. If you don't, you win the 3. But
Yeah,
if you put it at 100, you get multiple hundreds in there.
Yeah, you just heard Bill say, I flopped the nuts, but I don't know.
Okay, we can flip, I guess, if y'all want. There's somebody out. Please don't tell me.
We can't put any more.
No.
Yeah, he does have the nuts straight on the bottom,
Yeah.
but there's an awful lot working against him. There's
Yeah.
2 hearts.
Yeah.
There's, she's got a set of 7s.
Yeah. She's in fine shape here. It's going to turn out to be a big pot here.
No, Andre's 9s are dead, so he's not going to be able to spike a 9 for a better set. The rest of the 9s are already accounted for. Looking for, Miss T's got, because of the card distribution, she's got really good potential.
She got a full house there.
She's both
So Bill's dead up there. Although he might have made it straight on the top now.
flush.
5,
also
6.
came
Oh,
in
he
on
made a
top.
flush. Yeah. Bill's made a flush.
No,
he did not make a flush.
diamond flushes.
No diamond flushes. So does Bill have a
8-9
5,
for
6.
Andre.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There it is. 8-9. Huh? Yeah.
So Derek and Andre are topping the top board
Yep.
with the straight to the 9, and then
Misty's getting the bottom.
7 holds up on the bottom.
Yeah. That's the way it goes. Mm-hmm. Wow. Nice. Well, there you go.
All right.
Oh my goodness. Well, I think that was a pretty good night here for our first night back.
I'll take it.
I'll take it.
think we had
Always fun.
2 minor technical issues that,
Yeah,
that
we'll
they
get
didn't
over
last
those.
long. We talked through them.
Yep.
A few bad jokes were told. I stepped out of the room.
No, they were definitely.
But I heard
bad.
they were bad.
No, they were definitely bad. I'm not going to mess around. They were bad.
We got birthday cake for Eddie, the station out there.
What more could you ask for?
A really good group of players on the table.
They had a lot of fun.
I think everyone on the table mixed it up at some point.
Yes, they did.
Everyone at some point got involved, made 3-bet, tried to make a play somewhere. Very friendly table.
Right.
I imagine we'll see a number of these players again.
Yeah, absolutely.
I sure hope so.
Well, I think with that, we'll just kind of wrap it up here, and we'll call it good night. Thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you very much. See you all next time.